a little overhit, but either way, Navas leaves his lane. Jackrabbit quick, another super slow motion look at that wonderful delivery. A touch as soft as the clap of a butterfly's wings, and Suarez rising beautifully, and Varane just not able to extend his neck muscles half an inch more. Unlucky by his look at it, but killer penalty box predator finish by the ex-Liverpool man.
Fourth goal he scored against Real Madrid in just 5 matches.
They've wrapped them up so much.
Barcelona with the lead. Real Madrid looking to equalize. Rakitic with the tackle, but Kovacic keeps the pressure on Ronaldo. Kovacic to the inside. Nice ball. Benzema holding off Alba, but it's not free, and out comes Ter Stegen.
Mario Kovacic here. X-ray vision. Jamie Easton seeing Iniesta come on.
Come on, just breathe. Andrés Iniesta there.
Get back to Jamie in a moment, but Lionel Messi trying to split through 2, and a nice tackle from Kovacic.
Kovacic on one side, Luka Modric on the other.
And now Gomes whistled for the foul on the challenge of Vasquez. The goal from Suarez seems to have turned the heat up. Jamie again, I guess Andres Iniesta ready to come in.
Yes, he's ready to come in. He'll come inside the pitch. Rakitic will be the player that will be subbed off. I was saying before that there are other players on the sideline like James, Asensio and Casemiro for Real Madrid are warming up already.
Thank you. Jamie Easton, our sideline reporter, brought to you by AT&T.
Good tactical performance by this man coming off. A great workload. He did wonderfully well on that side of the midfield.
You surprised it's Rakitic and not Gomes, though?
I absolutely called it and said that it could be one of 2 or 3 coming off in this situation. Now the Alunas Iniesta comes in, and all you have to do is workload in that defensive situation, because Real Madrid starting to really come out and force the issue now and commit more men forward.
Iniesta.
Lovely first time ball, and again.
Gets a round of applause, and it leads to this. Double team. Neymar put on with the happy feet. By the way, 7th straight Clasico that Barcelona has scored first in league play. Although Real has come from behind to win 2 of the last 6.
Sergio Busquets again. There's a player of the match in my eyes so far in this game. Sergio Busquets has been absolutely monumental in covering this Real Madrid attack and prompting wonderful forward play by Barcelona. He's the embodiment of everything that's going through Barca. This man, he's been right on his game.
Sports.com for all the latest from La Liga. Granada with an upset earlier today. That shakes it up. There you see the Twitter handles. Don't forget to use the hashtag #BeInElClásico. Also check out the schedule as Messi with a rare mistouch, but makes something of it.
He was kidding you.
You thought he was human, but you were mistaken. PSG in action, by the way, and of course we have those extra matches on your second screen, including the 360, the blimp view, and more. Football of a different nature throughout the season. Now on to college hoops. Auburn against UAB today at 8 Eastern. Be in Sports USA, and it's the derby for Roman pride. Lazio against AS Roma tomorrow. We'll have that starting at 9 a.m. Suarez. Gomes pressured just as he was releasing. A few whistles from the crowd.
Yeah, take a look at this wonderful 3D animated beautiful stuff from Intel. Magic. And again, that diamond finish. took something special to open up Real Madrid's wonderful defence here today and beat the world-class goalkeeper, and we headed from a set piece.
Which has been a Real strength.
Real Madrid responding now, though, throwing more and more players into the attack, and more so than the ex-Fluminense man, Marcelo, but they better be careful and keep that back door locked.
Gomes finding the grass on the other side a bit harder as Iniesta stepped in on the left. Busquets tackles it away.
Superlatively well. Again, wonderfully timed, synchronized tackle.
Goal for Suarez, his 48th of the calendar year. Messi looking to add to the haul. Sends it wide for the Uruguayan. Chips it back across. Neymar would have been offside, but well covered by Real.
Oh, the hopeful pass here from Suarez after that driving run, saying his apologies, just flighting it up, hoping, I think, that Neymar would read his intention and drive onto that rainbow pass, but no pot of gold.
Up steps Mascherano. Vasquez and Iniesta collide. Goes back for Busquets. Back for Iniesta from Messi, and all of a sudden the Tiki meeting the Taka again. Iniesta for Suarez,
nice.
Flips it wide. Neymar sneaks it through two defenders, but not a third.
Deflects off him and nearly just takes it out of the intended pocket for Lionel Messi.
This is not Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Luis Enrique has introduced more than a few wrinkles, but with a lead, very hard to get the ball away. Vasquez stretches the field. Nice from Ronaldo, but the adrenaline may be getting the better. Ball just on the chalk, and a chance for Carvajal. Alba back quickly. Modric. Much action available as well from El Clasico on beIN Sports Connect. Check Channel 8 for your second screen of experience.
Since that go-ahead goal, it's tipped towards Real Madrid. Barcelona, who's being a little bit more conservative, not by intention. They have to be, because Real Madrid really sending up their wing-backs in far more threats now that they have to chase this game, taking risks, but there may be some reward at the end of it. Marcelo saying, feed me out here.
Carvajal taking a bite at the moment. Benzema in for Vasquez. Double team though. Busquets tripped up by Isco. Now Madrid a bit choppy at the moment since that Barcelona lead.
This is vintage Busquets. I was watching my pool cleaner there the other day, a creepy crawly, and it reminded me of this man.
Ronaldo stretching out that hamstring a bit. They cannot afford to lose him.
Being sharp, he's been good on the run as Isco comes out, much to his own anger.
Good in the first half. Second half, chasing a bit more. Casemiro, well, he's a defensive sub, but what that will allow is Kovacic and Modric to push forward.
Well, Real Madrid cannot be more frustrated. Yeah, it's been a good spell for them in response. To keep finding Benzema and Cristiano, of course, with these attacks from wide positions. Ever dangerous, waiting for his moment.
Alba trying to poke it free. Vasquez got a touch, but Neymar looking to make something of it.
Somehow, some way. He doesn't know what he's going to do, so how can the defenders? Wonderful improvisation in tight space there by the ex-Santos man.
foul at all, says Close.
It's
Wanted
got
to
to
see
be
how
a handball.
Suarez would come away with it. Carvajal agrees with you.
As if the foul wasn't given against Luis Suarez and he pulled the ball back.
Up the middle, Piqué and Alba. Ter Stegen, but it was to Busquets.
Finer than a frog's hair, and it leads to this. That's beautiful. He
Yes,
gets
he
away with it, impressively
back.
so, but very tight passing lane. But this is the type of reward you get with that risk. Look at this.
Iniesta for Neymar.
Magic!
Inside, blast towards the top corner, but over the crossbar, that one could have put it away.
Again, more twists and turns and a drunk snake from Neymar. Beautiful. It leads all the way down. The Illusionista feigns the man out wide. The Brazilian drives in, and there's a wonderful hesitation and leaves his defender with knees on the wrong legs. Beautiful. In the setup, going for the top corner, Navas pushes it wide and high with his eyes.
Will that come back to cost Barcelona?
You have the feeling, Phil, that there's more drama leaving this game, towards the end of this game, excuse me. You just got that feeling it ain't over yet. For sure. And who's going to get the next one? Equalizer or number 2? Beautiful. Poetry in motion. And then he tries to paint it Picasso style.
That started with the Ter Stegen pass out of the back.
Pass from Busquets.
Another chance for Gomes.
Nicely.
Iniesta off the clear space. The shot deflected off Carvajal into the side netting, but on the wrong side.
And Busi starts the dominoes falling. Andre Gomes, it leads a clear ball to the Illusionista. Wonderful covering from Danny.
Iniesta again trying to sneak it through. Worst start to a season in 9 years for Barcelona, but they are in control at the moment with 20 minutes to go.
Zidane likes the way his team are looking in response though, Phil. I get the feeling that he knows his defense is still needed. Got to keep this Blaugrana team that's starting certainly to be more influential with this man on the ball. Again, immaculate Busquets.
Best game of the season by far. And Iniesta gets it out of danger. Making the run. Gomes retreats. Drew Ramos away. Now Messi. Kovacic tackles it away, and a throw in for Barcelona. Substitution of Casemiro has not changed things that much. They still do have Monaco Asensio and James Rodriguez, though. Here's how the table would look. And again, everyone talking about how it was a runaway for Real, but now their insurance policy down to 1 game. Neymar wants it, gets it, drives it in, but put on over quickly.
Again, Busquets starts it beautifully with a nothing-looking ball, but there's few players in the world that will play it so quickly. Busquets plays that one into Messi, and then Messi opens the window of opportunity for Neymar. Well covered again by Los Blancos.
Chirano, beautiful ball. Chance for Sergio Roberto, isolated. But with the lead, the ability to try and take some of the air out of this game. Alba tries to contort to keep possession. Vasquez. Casemiro not happy as that one gets kicked away. Take another look.
Take another look from this angle and then this angle. 3D. Well, Neymar needed a 4th dimension to put this one in. Unlucky. Great setup.
Mascherano to the near side. Alba drops it back. Since the goal, since Iniesta stepped onto the pitch, Jamie Easton on the sidelines. Let's check in. Brought to you by AT&T. But it seems like the players, seems like the fans, seems like the atmosphere has changed.
Everything has changed, Phil. He has reconnected the team, reconnected the MSN, and reconnected the fans to the game. This is Barcelona again, with their great captain again. And I have to say, I love your sentence. The tiki met the taka.
Thanks, Jamie. And again, taking a look at this, there is questions as to why they did not start Iniesta. But now with a goal lead, Ray, it seems as though the pieces of the puzzle are looking like a beautiful picture.
Well, certainly Lucho Enrique will get big rewards and acclaim for how he's played his poker hand. But Phil, there's still time on this clock, and Real Madrid doing their best to contain the hydra that's coming at him in shape of MSN. But look at this for a counter.
Varane quickly gets it wide. Ronaldo.
He loves it here.
Sergio Roberto and Andre Gomes trying to slow him down. Here's Marcelo. No bail on this near side, though. Vasquez needs to step up. Sneaks it down into the corner. Carvajal off Mascherano and out for the corner.
Well, Benzema drifting away. Take tissue off a toilet roll there, leaving all of his defenders. That ball just not clipped towards the back post, and that might have been really worrying for Ter Stegen.
Near post 6, Iniesta was there.
Not a good ball by Luka that time.
David Bertoni, Zidane's longtime compatriot and confidant. They need to change things up.
I think it might be James Rodriguez, Phil. Look,
nice.
Good ball.
Modric drives it into Mascherano. Ramos maintains. Marcelo against Gomes, gets around the Portuguese man. The cross for Carvajal, kept in play by Alba. Now Vasquez, but his cross deflected. Oh. 1 against 2. Suarez up went Varane, seemed to hit it with his hands. The assistant on the far side, John Nunez, trying to get the referee's attention.
Calling Suarez for this one, I believe, and he's going to go in the book for his protestations and the verbal abuse, spitting his verbals like Mussolini at the balcony towards the referee's assistant. That's a no-no. He drives into Varane. That's a clear foul. The hand comes in, but it's after the initial foul that Suarez initiates. Emotion spilling over from the Charrua, though, as Real Madrid keep on rattling at the latch of Barcelona.
Here's Vasquez. Marco Asensio on the sideline, about ready to check in. This might be one of his final touches. Again mentioned, 17 wins, 2 draws, no defeats with Lucas Vasquez in the match for Real Madrid. That might be about to change. Final quarter hour. Modric.
Better ball.
Meeting it just over the head of Varane. Did not miss by
what a
much.
Pass through the back heel from Busquets. Well, a wonderful delivery that time by Luka. Sends it in. That is very close to finding the big bushy eyebrows of Ronaldo and Benzema.
Real Madrid caught up field a bit.
No.
Suarez.
Good ball.
Neymar forced to wait. Suarez. Ramos.
Cool.
Marcelo. This was a match Barcelona needed to win. They're not there yet. And they can see the finish line. Arda Turan ready to help them get across. And the limp from Gomes perhaps makes that obvious. But first, this is interesting. It will be Benzema that will exit. Ronaldo will slide into that center forward role. And Asensio will be another playmaker with Kovacic and Modric.
Well, the poker game continues, and the stakes just got a lot higher. He'll get a good reception this time as he comes off. A far better elevated performance as we see the wonderful replay. The Dark Invader rising magnificently, but extremely difficult header for him to adjust to as the Portuguese European champion comes off.
His first Clasico. Passing grade?
Absolutely. B, maybe a B plus for him. The manner in which he worked and supported, especially in the early going for this game, which was crucial. He set the stall out very well. They're coming in against the Fort Knox of a Real Madrid defence. Good ball.
Looking for the equalizer. First chance, Asensio. A bit off balance, but Piqué adjusts well.
Yep, dealt with it cleanly.
Zidane with his first touch. They're going to say it went off the turf. 99,000 disagree.
Off the turf, off the turf.
Casemiro.
Whoa, nice.
Each team with one substitute remaining. Mention Hamas still available for Real if they wish. Vasquez in, trying to flick it. Asensio off of Piqué. Put on smartly into touch. Neymar, a golden chance a few moments back to add to Barca's lead, but it's still 1-0.
The architect of the first goal, wouldn't overlook it. It wasn't just a dink-in free kick. Picked his target out. It was streaking towards that near post in the shape of Suarez. Found him beautifully.
3 goals and 3 assists in the Clásicos for Neymar.
Wonderful.
Lonely tracking for Cristiano Ronaldo in that number 9 position.
He likes it there.
Didn't used to. Nice from Neymar. Suarez ready to lurk. Ramos trying to keep him honest. Stepping up Carvajal, and he stepped through Neymar in the process.
I was warned earlier on by referee Klaus Gomez, and this one, he says, I'm sorry, got to get you in the book for this. Again, Neymar, brave coming it, but he gets his ankles absolutely raked by the cleats. He says he's diving close. Referee says you're in the book.
An unbeaten start to the season. Zidane being touted as a manager of the year. Nice step in Kovacic. How much would one loss tarnish Zidane at Real Madrid?
Well, depends on the cynics, doesn't it, Phil?
Roberto onside, tries to cut back. A challenge out for the goal kick, says Carlos Close, and he had a clean view.
This game couldn't be any tighter. A wonderful flash of inspiration that is the difference between these two teams. Real Madrid men really responding bravely as they are wont to do, even in this house. Great game.
Final 10 minutes. I mentioned the surprise of the morning was
A tackle.
Granada upending Sevilla.
Good adjustment by Iniesta.
And it slips through for Messi. Drives it wide, but too wide.
Take a look at this X-ray vision pass from the illusionista. Astonishing. The pass is delivered smoother than the back of a spoon. Messi controls it, magnetizes it beautifully, goes for the slingshot towards the back post. Ramos's presence dictates it, but it is that wonderful fly's eye vision. No, mutant fly's eye vision from Iniesta that opened up that wonderful passing lane.
Second chance to put it away for Barca. Still alive for Ronaldo.
Well played.
Brought it down, but Piqué was ready to bring it away. foul as Iniesta upended by Modric. And the fans not happy with the treatment by Real Madrid.
Well, you'll be thinking of that one when he puts his head on the pillar tonight. Messi, a difficult angle, but usually we're so accustomed to seeing them one rattled home.
Suarez scored. Neymar and Messi have both missed chances to add to the lead. Barcelona brilliant in the second half, but still just 1-0.
Good header from Messi.
Casemiro giving it up, but on taking it back.
Neymar letting that one get away from him, showing way too much of the ball.
Asensio, nice give and go, has help up front. Tries to drive past Busquets, who gets him from behind.
Good play from the youngster who comes in and drives on past a couple of players. They bamboozled Turan on that far side, and the danger was apparent to Buzi, who says you shall not pass. Good play from Asensio. Very close.
Got the ball and then a little touch after.
From that angle, but if he's playing the ball first, that momentum shouldn't matter. This is danger coming Barcelona's way, especially when Luka Modric is the prime architect.
Long way out. Modric looking to pick his spot, drops it to the edge of the six. Piqué was there, sends it across. Marcelo challenging, but it's Iniesta back to defend.
Pulls up by this arm because the other one's hurting. Again, a little pale-faced assassin, Iniesta, comes to the rescue. Brave, strong. A man with twinkle-toes feet. He knows how to get down and dirty. Iniesta.
9 shots for Barcelona, 11 for Real Madrid. Possession in favor of the hosts at 57%. Iniesta gracefully steals it away. And Busquets, Ronaldo slips, so that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, you think?
Now Ramos with a spring in his step. Marcelo.
I don't think it'll be too long before we see Sergio Ramos starting to leave his defensive position and push further up as Casemiro keeps this going. Good ball.
A chance for Carvajal. Ter Stegen plays his line and gets the help from Piqué. Bounces over the diminutive Modric. And Suarez gets bounced. Still on a razor's edge. Real Madrid would be quite content to walk away with a point.
Another wonderful look at what Iniesta sees in lifetime. You don't need any fancy-smancy machines from Intel either to see that wonderful fourth dimension. He plays it in, but I love that camera, fella.
You're going to get one at the house, aren't you?
I don't know about the house, one in here.
Mariano, the final sub. Kovacic will take a seat. That means no James. Instead, it's the hat-trick hero from the Copa del Rey.
Mascherano a little slow to deliver there. Look
Fighting
out.
for it, Casemiro. Ronaldo into the corner.
Mascherano putting out his own fire, but it's still alive.
In for Modric, kicks it back. Mariano Diaz, Dominican Republic international. That's where his mom is from. Born, though, in Barcelona, so a chance in front of the home folks. Good ball in.
Great ball.
It's there. The header, Ramos, and it sails just high.
Told you it wouldn't be long before we saw Big Sergio say enough of this. We need to go out and kill something. He arrives beautifully. Lovely ball delivered by Dani Carvajal. Tremendous leap beats everybody upstairs, but he cannot paint it into that postage stamp on the other side of the envelope. Unlucky. Great effort by Sergio.
Final substitution will be Denis Suarez as Neymar takes a seat. So fresh legs for the prodigal son. Brought back from Villarreal for about 4 million reasons. Great first half for Neymar. Did set up the goal for Suarez. Iniesta, the difference maker here, Mascherano and Mariano.
Good battle by the youngster there, pulling and tugging away at Mascherano in his effort and that tenacity to win his ball back. He wins a goal, throw in for his team. Incessant pressure from Real Madrid for this equaliser. Barcelona hanging on. Just
last match Real Madrid lost was back in April in the Champions League against Wolfsburg. Of course, they then went on to win the whole thing. Last time they lost in La Liga was the derby against Atletico in February.
And Marcelo wanting this, gets it now.
Has space. Ronaldo makes the move.
Good
driving
play.
on Suarez.
And again.
Stays with them.
Great pass.
Across. Ronaldo heads it down. And it's parried away to safety
Again,
by Alba.
Marcelo. Feed the man. It's got the keys and the drive. And he will produce magic. It's a brilliant delivery from Marcelo. It's not the best of headers from the Dark Invader. It's a very acute angle.
From the corner, cleared away. Luis Suarez, but straight to Marcelo. Turns, Mascherano tackles it away briefly. Now it's Turan chopping him down from behind.
Again, prime instigator and antagonist is the ex-Fluminense man. Marcelo seeing life in this game for his Royal Whites.
90th minute. Mascherano with the card. Aldrich. Gomez trying to keep this one calm. Arda Turan ready to boil over, and he's in front right now. Neymar with
Another
the ice
silver
pack on.
bullet in the chamber. Good ball!
Ball near. Ramos home! We're tied at one off the fingers of Ter Stegen, sending Real Madrid to heaven.
Absolutely brilliant delivery, but I told you Sergio Ramos would play a part in this game. Magnificent delivery and a brilliant header home. The defense goes missing like the kids in the Blair Witch Project here, and Sergio Ramos capitalizes on it. Wonderful. Remember me when there's time on the clock. It ain't over. Brilliant ball. He's onside and he's close. Wonderful finish. He's close to getting this mark under Ter Stegen. Very close, great reaction, but the power and the placement from Sergio is out of this world. More drama than Shakespeare could dream up. And as I was stating, there's drama ahead. This game ain't over. And Real Madrid with that response, it was brave as a matador and a pink tutu. All of this second half after going down that goal. Full credit to them.
3 minutes
2 goals
added.
from 2 set pieces.
If you didn't see all of that, go to facebook.com/BeInSportsUSA. Just seconds after Ramos missed a header high, he would not make the same mistake the second time. Collision here as Ronaldo trying to fight through to win it. Calm down, says the referee.
Another look at it. A pearler of a pass. An absolutely acrobatic header. He stretches, the ball's going away behind him. He adjusts his neck muscles, and then he parties. Absolute Barry White disco, nearly jumps out of this stadium.
At a little pocket of space between Ronaldo and Varane, left open by Barcelona.
There'll be questions, Phil, on who is picking him up. The main threat for Real Madrid is Sergio Ramos. And he was, again, peeling away from his defender like tissue on a toilet roll. It's Mascherano who falls to the ground. Lets him off his hook. Sergio Ramos becomes man of the match now.
Brought to you by Hennessy. And he'll probably be celebrating at the end of this one. Is this the way it will end? Is there a winner?
Oh!
Out comes Navas. The header, Roberto, and cleared off the line. Casemiro loose at the 6, and a scramble to get it out of danger.
Messi that is very close to getting his peroxide head to this one initially.
Now a chance the other way. It's Mariano with speed.
He's got options.
Asensio in the middle. Mariano couldn't sneak it through. A second effort. And that is going to do it. The final whistle. Barcelona, 3 points in their hand till Ramos ripped it away.
See the disappointment all over Barcelona. They felt as if they were home. There's one last silver bullet in the chamber. But Casemiro says there's no way you're getting out of this. Brilliant Barcelona. Real Madrid showing their royal white shirts with pride. And a wonderful thriller at Camp Nou.
1-1 the final. They share the spoils. Vulnerable at home. 27 points on the table. That's the worst start in Barcelona history since back when Frank Rijkaard was coach in 2007, 2008. They finished third that season behind not only Real Madrid, but Villarreal. Meanwhile, Real Madrid 10-3-0, an historic start under Zinedine Zidane. Top scoring team in La Liga with 36. They are 5-1-0 away from home, looking to climb to 36 points in the table. Always a thrill, and the fans a big part of it.
Well, Real Madrid heard and saw all of this before here last season, and look what happened then. As Kay Murray stated very clearly and correctly, it all goes out the window. If you want to see what pure adrenaline looks like, it's going to be there in these starting lineups, all 22 of them. And we start with Ter Stegen.
Taking a look at the German goalkeeper. Meanwhile, it will be Piqué on the back line with Mascherano. No Umtiti at the start.
It's a brave lineup, and they're going with Andre Gomes in midfield. Big responsibility either side of Sergio Busquets, who's starting to come back into form. He'll need to be sharp. These guys as well. The number 9 in particular for me will be setting the tone for how this Barcelona team is going to go on. Of course, the medicine man, the magic Messi, will be a big influence in this team, as he always is, but they cannot rely on him solely.
Meanwhile, Keylor Navas still not 100% to his stellar best, but what he can do at human levels is still astounding, as the U.S. found out recently. Sergio Ramos joined by Varane. Pepe will start this one from the bench. Kovacic and Modric, although it will be the Croat who gets the call, filling in for Casemiro, and no BBC, it is Lucas in. A moment of silence for the victims of that plane crash in Colombia that claimed the lives of Chapecoense. Neymar entered the stadium today with a Chapecoense jersey, knowing several of these players. In fact, Kleber Santana, former Atletico player, was among those
immaculately observed from this Camp Nou crowd. Somber, sad scenes ahead of the pyrotechnic fireworks show that will go on that football pitch, and we all send our prayers and solemn best wishes to all of the connected parties of that terrible tragedy.
Luis Enrique whispering to Juan Carlos Unzué, his number one. Zinedine Zidane nervously pacing. Good look at Carlos Clos Gomez, our referee today, the 44-year-old out of Saragossa. Barca have never lost with Clos in charge.
Well, his team comes in a fine run of form, Phil, as we've stated time and time again. Benzema's been a little off colour, as has Suarez. The two leaders, the two men wearing the number 9. Forget it all, because this game is a different universe. Look out!
We are underway. The Merengues in white, moving from right to left against the Blaugrana of Barca, defending to the left. A different look without Casemiro out there, with Modric and Kovacic taking turns. Takes a little bit of the teeth out of the Real Madrid attack. Varane rolling it wide. Here's Dani Carvajal getting the call up the line. Nice turn in this lineup. Isco with a bit more free space, but poked free this time by Gomes. Modric hauls it back. Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you, and glad you could join us. Temperature at 57 degrees, 72% humidity, and a bit of a breeze from the east. Will it be enough to send Real Madrid back with a huge lead?
Good touch.
Barcelona's first chance. Rakitic tries to cut back to his right. Kovacic steals it away. And Isco there to sweep it up. Marcelo dispossessed by Messi. Kovacic knocks Rakitic down. Messi goes down hard in the challenge from Ramos.
Well, early indications, it's just as we expected. It's a bottle rocket right from the start. Tackles going in like thud and blunder.
It was Busquets in the middle, and it looked like Modric and Ronaldo collide, and both getting up slowly.
Well, this tackle here could dehorn a Caribou. Driving in, Busquets seemed to win the ball fair and square as he reaches in, but referee seeing that he got there, leaving his feet.
Take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by Amazon Prime, and Prime players in goal, but both of them have proven a bit little vulnerable this year.
Well, both still top-class goalkeepers. Navas, of course, coming back from his injury to his heel. Ooh.
Ronaldo down again, but it's Vasquez knocked down in the box. No penalties, says
Brave
Close.
challenge by Mascherano comes in. He's got to time this to absolute choreographed perfection. And I think he does. Just gets there ahead of the ball and wins it cleanly before making some contact on Vasquez with his momentum.
Starting lineups brought to you by WorldSoccerShop.com. It is MSN up front under Luis Enrique. No BBC. In fact, an extra month on the sidelines after surgery for Gareth Bale.
Comes in. He does not get the ball, Phil. In hindsight, that looks as if that could have been called a penalty. A reach in by Mascherano. Lifetime, it looked as if he just got there ahead of the ball, just like that. But replay shows maybe not.
Kovacic in for Casemiro. Vasquez in for Bale. Again, the starting lineups brought to you by WorldSoccerShop.com. Luis Enrique off the bench applauding his team.
Football on the field reflecting this wonderful atmosphere. The fans shouting and screaming at every involvement by both teams. Brave start by Real Madrid, coming out and finding their passing lanes nicely. Commentators curse.
Over on the far side, Jordi Alba getting the call. There was a question as he comes back from injury. Luis Enrique electing to roll the dice there. We talked about earlier how important it would be for Andres Iniesta, but according to Luis Enrique, not quite fit enough. Here's Gomes, who will step into the maestro's spot.
Well, all his early touches have been good. Been winning the ball nicely. 3 minutes in. It's a confident start by him, who's been under some severe criticism by all and sundry, Andre Gomes, especially in the last game, but confidence being shown in an unchanged team, Phil.
No changes from that disappointing side, and in many ways maybe looking for a do-over from that poor performance against La Real. Meanwhile, 4 changes for Real Madrid: Danilo, Pepe, Nacho, and James on the outs. Rakitic is not going to get there as Ramos escorts it out.
A wonderful run by Neymar there to start this. And comes over. There's another good look at it. Man, that was close. Take a look here. He's inside the box. He's driving past. Referee saying that Lucas Vazquez runs into Mascherano. Still shaking his head about it. It was close. You can understand why the ref doesn't give it, but you could have understood why perhaps a lot of referees may have pointed at the penalty spot.
Gomes
Again.
soaring up over Kovacic, but
Well
straight
won.
to Marcelo. Mascherano lets it bounce. Luis Enrique, again mentioned, Barca have never drawn 3 in a row in league play under Luis
I
Enrique.
think more than anything he'll be happy the way this game has started for his Portuguese man out there in midfield, Andre Gomes. Going to be a key component in this game as it goes on. He showed up nicely and looking available for his passes and set the tempo, winning the ball in midfield.
Busquets
What a
drives
ball!
it in with a sneaky pass for Neymar. Vasquez on defense, the ball wide for Alba. Messi heads it forward.
You call it a sneaky pass, Phil. That is an absolutely world-class pass by Busquets, and that's exactly the type of ball that Barca's going to need to open up the lines of this Real Madrid team. He knows it. There's no cutting that ball out from Busquets. It was a fabulous ball, daggered into his player. Stupendously magnificent.
Neymar stepped on at the tail end of that.
Expect more.
Talking about this earlier, Ray, Neymar more of a provider this season, creating chances. Today might be a day where they might need him to be a bit more selfish.
Well, he will be when he's got the need to be. My opinion, the spreading of the wealth from the front three has been nothing less than absolutely wonderful in Barcelona's wonderful run, but it's gone a little missing.
Mascherano, 182 games played with Barcelona, and he has not scored a single goal. Well, maybe he's just been waiting for a special occasion. Ramos did not have another option. Barca will get a throw deep. Taken back for Messi, quick enough to get there.
Played.
Sergio Roberto upended by Kovacic.
Well
still
played.
Possession. Gomes keeps it moving.
Lovely switch of play by Barcelona with their tumble dryer type of possession, but looking more penetrative this time.
Busquets to Messi. Loves to cut in. Ronaldo back on defense. In the double team, Rakitic wide. Sergio Roberto thought he was supposed to be on the next train out of Barcelona, but in a preseason last year, chance to shine at right back. And has done so well. He's stepped in for Dani Alves this year.
Sharp play by Barcelona. Don't think it's not going anywhere. They're bringing in the white shirts to them, like bullfighters do, and then the red cape shown, and Ole well covered that time by little Isco.
Sneaks to the ball around Busquets, but he's knocked down. Here's Ronaldo, serenaded yet again, and the pass just goes awry for Vasquez. Zinedine Zidane. Seems like some people don't give him enough credit. Others are saying he's already the best in the world. He just can't win. Except he never loses. Mascherano.
Beautiful.
Gomes quickly for Messi.
And that first time ball leads to this.
Suarez back for Messi. Now wide for Neymar. Slips, reclaims his feet. Back post Roberto, but his shot bangs off Ramos.
Handball claims by Barcelona. Not given by the referee, who's in a perfect position, but Varane's team opened up beautifully. Like a fresh fish, and it started with Busquets. Wonderful first-time passing by Barcelona. Again, Barca Lego. All the pieces fitting together beautifully there. And Real Madrid see a big sperm whale let off the hook.
Neymar from the corner flag. Suarez wanted it earlier. Back for Piqué. Knocks it in, but deflected out. And Marcelo.
It was a wonderful sequence of football. First time passing, led by this man on the ball. The number 5 is on his needlepoint best. Super sharp. Again, fabulous ball from Busquets. Good tackle. The two Brazilians going eyeball to eyeball. Marcelo saying, I know your coffee house tricks, Neymar. This is the end result, but you people with your fancy schmancy machines, go back and take a look at the sequence of football that led up to that. Impressive Barca football.
As you can see, it did hit the arm of Ramos, but it was pinched in on his body.
Yeah. Referee calling it both ways. Needs to be said. Needs to be clear for him to point to the spot.
Mascherano slips as he passes it back, but Ter Stegen already at the top of his box, and off pass. But it could have been worse. Benzema now as Ter Stegen scrambles back. We go with Vasquez.
Good tackle.
Nice from Busquets.
Well read.
Ramos to Marcelo.
Good ball.
Lifted up, but that one will bang to the near side.
Nicely intended towards Isco at the front post and Benzema at the back post. The always threatening Marcelo. Wonderful component, arguably, well, for me, most dangerous player in that counter-attack. Marcelo will end up anywhere across the front line a lot of times. Might be a little bit more stay at home in the early exchanges of this game. Good chance for Luka, who usually sends in diamonds from the corner.
Modric with an in-swinger, goes near post, knocks down Ronaldo, blasted in, but Mascherano will clear. Nice from Messi, chips it out wide for Busquets.
He won it beautifully.
Looks long for Suarez, who was in the starting gate. Unhappy that the flag comes up. That one was close, as he petulantly kicks it away.
See how close it is to the man with the flag. Beautiful ball from Busquets. He's already identified him. He takes another look, and it's a great decision by the referee's assistant. Nothing to complain about there. And a lovely lift up by Marcelo there to catch Suarez in between the devil and the deep blue sea.
Mark play by the left back for Real. Piqué. And Varane. Isco. Nice work to get it to Benzema.
Cristiano still waiting very much in the long grass here. Real Madrid doing some good work with Isco and Modric and Kovacic defending. They haven't been able to find that ball by Benz.
Straight to Neymar, who gets upended by Isco. And the card will come out. Did not want to let Neymar off to the races. And as you can see,
that's very little there, but the fact is, Phil, that he does reach out and impede Neymar. I think that's going to be given, but Piqué looked as if he was shouting for a penalty.
Has not put a foot wrong here in the opening quarter hour so far. This one forces Ter Stegen out, though.
Taking any risks that time. Marc Andres clearing his lane.
Six points separating the two sides in the table, but Ray, you could have one top, one bottom. This is one of those where you say you throw the table away. 232nd all-time Clasico.
Good ball from Marcelo.
Benzema trying to turn inside, but Piqué builds a wall.
Well played by the big central defender there, right on top of the French international. That's nasty.
Messi goes down. Modric pleading innocence.
Well, Messi just too quick for him. No yellow card. Modric reaching in for something that is there for 1 second. He gets the ball. It's gone again. And that is a good decision by the referee. Perhaps they give the foul, but no yellow card, certainly. It's questionable foul.
Oh. Nice control. Messi waiting for a run, decides to cut back, pops up as Modric picks his pocket.
Ball just pops up on Luka this time, right in front of the ref. Doesn't give it.
Marcelo wide as Ronaldo moves into position. Cross to the 6. Piqué heads clear.
Late arriving man in the box. Cristiano and Lucas Vazquez not giving Marcelo enough of a target. Benzema had come out to this side to support.
Nice from Ramos. Sports.com with all of the latest. Ronaldo tries to snap it but can't. Of course, share your thoughts on Twitter, BN Sports USA and ESPN Sports. Don't forget to use the hashtag #BNElClásico.
Yeah, welcome to all the fans around the world listening in to us, especially those people listening to and watching the illegal streams in England, Phil. We know they're out there, but all our friends all over the world, in Jamaica, in Indonesia, Vietnam,
Kathmandu,
everywhere. Welcome to BN Sports.
Quarter hour in the books. Just a token shot for either side. Messi with Benzema not able to get there in time.
And the adrenaline is pumping for this Barcelona team. You get the feeling they're on their game here today. Totally different to the last couple of games. A different attitude as predicted. The form going out the window. This is more like the old Barcelona. Wonderful synchronized football. Passing lanes being opened up with daring passing balls through tight channels. Suarez, like Cristiano, still waiting in the long grass, looking to hunt.
Second time, by the way, we've seen Neymar slip. Maybe a change in footwear at the half.
I lose my balance just watching some of these players.
Jones again, providing a good pivot in the attack. Sergio Roberto to the inside. Rakitic. Messi goes in, goes down. Free kick off of Modric.
Again, Messi's incredible close control lifts it over the type of Luka. Luka barely getting a touch, but then the follow through of that right leg is contact made. Brilliant by Messi, that flick over the top. If he goes down on the ground like most players do, that ball is being wiped out, snuffed out by Luka Modric, but Messi reading that challenge and lifting the ball over the top and setting up, well, who knows? It's Messi and Neymar and shaving cream.
Gave up 4 the first Clasico, but then in goal for the victory at the Bernabeu. Neymar teeing it up. Messi around with 4 in the wall. The Argentine strikes, but straight to the Tico.
Take something extra special to beat Keylor Navas from that distance, and gets the angles right, but nowhere near requisite power. Beats it like Jack and Jill.
And last year, both road teams victorious. Barca with the 4-0 at the Bernabeu. Real coming back to make a league of it, thanks to Benzema and Ronaldo late.
Messi coming back into this midfield and causing all sorts of problems for Real Madrid, drawing them in, and then looking for that killer pass. Outplayed for that.
Check us out online, bnsports.com and bnsportsconnect.tv. Check channel 8 for the second screen experience, and even have the 360 as we take a look.
Wow.
Just like being in the video game.
3D, beautiful.
38 cameras around the Camp Nou.
Brought to us by Intel, Phil.
Something special inside.
Not that computer.
Well, sails over Alba, but harassed enough to give Mascherano a chance. Just blasts it out into touch.
Be happy the way his team's defended. That's not really Real Madrid, but at this score, he will be pleased. The first 20 minutes has taken the sting out of Barcelona in some ways in that last line of defense, and then they'll come out and try to take their chances. Carvajal wanting it, finally getting it. But ball.
Nice from Modric. Out wide. Carvajal picks his spot. Bounces up off the deflection of Alba. Incidental contact, but it seemed to throw the right back. Now Neymar tucks it around Isco. But he can't get there before Varane.
Varane reads him beautifully. Not on that first challenge, but on the second one. Great ball again from Busquets.
Neymar with a burst of his lungs. Drives it in. Finds Suarez. Turns, shoots it on there again.
Superb play down that side by Jackrabbit Neymar, reading the defense, touching it past him, and a beautiful pullback from Suarez, who controls it beautifully and stings it. It hits Varane as much by good fortune as it is from the French defender's reading of the shot. Here it is, comes right through, and it hits Sergio. Wonderful. Sergio Ramos keeping his hands behind him. Varane getting a piece of that as well. Look out.
Suarez trying to time the run but couldn't. Messi just makes space appear himself. Finally tackled away. Now Isco forced deeper than we have seen recently. Messi seemed to land awkwardly. Fans wanting a whistle from the referee, so they give one of their own. Did not blow the whistle early on when it looked like Vasquez had been fouled in the box by Mascherano. Other than that, the chances few and far between. Messi again still behind the play. Real Madrid looking to take advantage. Vasquez, a nice step over, chips it across. Benzema got on top of it, but Mascherano blocks.
Wonderful cover by the Argentine on the French defender. Another good ball sent in. Good play by Real Madrid.
Modric settles for Isco.
Vasquez very much involved.
Marcelo making the run. Vasquez curls in. Busquets dropping back. Now Messi back on defense. Trying to tangle with Suarez, but fights through Ramos's challenge. Looking for Neymar, play on.
Great first-time ball.
Deflected by Ramos to deny Rakitic.
Andre Gomes, it plays a beautiful first-time ball, but they want that free kick. Suarez was getting mauled here by Sergio Ramos. And the advantage is played by the referee. And he plays it, and the advantage is taken. A wonderful ball by Suarez, tremendous, and a difficult one by the referee because the advantage rule played. Advantage was taken up by Barcelona and nearly led to a goal. Great play by Suarez.
Barca trying to turn the heat up. Ronaldo almost dispossessed as Mascherano all the way up in the Real Madrid end.
Great challenge, Phil, from Mascherano, reading it beautifully.
Isco. Benzema. Marcelo. Around Isco as Barcelona now looks to bounce back the other way. Messi makes the run. Put on with the escort. Benzema looking on. There, as you see, Mascherano making sure he knew exactly where Ronaldo was.
Clear foul, Phil. Can't make light of that. The referee should have been able to see that. Being clearly held there Ronaldo by Mascherano. Could have been no excuses had the referee pointed to the penalty spot there. Mascherano gambling and getting away with it. He's been absolutely foot perfect here, Busquets.
Out wide in for Suarez. Drags the defense with him.
Nothing on the inside.
Out for the corner kick.
Struck by Carvajal nicely. Nothing in support for him in the midfield or in that centre area around the spot. Looks content. As animated as we've seen him.
This will swing in towards Keylor Navas. Dangerous ball, but Benzema was there. And Modric just gets it out of danger. Something we haven't talked about really. Lucas Vazquez has been outstanding. In fact, Real has not lost with him out there. But without Gareth Bale, they lose someone offensively and defensively. Well, let's go down to the pitch at the Camp Nou. Jamie Easton, our sideline reporter for the Clasico, brought to you by AT&T. Jamie, what do you have?
Well, Phil and Ray, there's one game going on the pitch. There's another game going on at the benches. So much tension, so much nerves. Both coaches standing up, not being able to sit down. Only Luis Enrique sitting down when there are set pieces, and then it's Unzué who is coming out. But both tensions are really, really, really tense. And we have to see Iniesta as well, sitting in the front row of his bench. He does not have nails left. He's biting his nails. Lots of nerves for the midfield as well.
Wonder if that's another spot on the injured list. But Iniesta wants to get out there.
I'm down to me toenails already.
Busquets sending it across. Gomes has his shoes on the right feet today. Neymar.
Good run by Andres Gomes there. Needed that ball fed on the inside.
Suarez shows.
Good ball.
Put on his back. Tried to trickle it through, but no. Nice from Mascherano, but they're going to say he initiated the contact.
Absolutely does. He steps through Ronaldo here and arguing the toss with the referee. Never going to win this one. Watch Cristiano backing up and then he dives into him. That's a clear free kick.
Doesn't Mascherano have the right to his position though?
If the ball is in the playing area, Phil, which it wasn't, and the contact is made.
Masche given the call in favor of Samuel Umtiti, the next generation center back.
That was a great example there. What you were talking about before, the ball into Cristiano, into his playing area, and Mascherano coming through, making contact on the ball and the player, and clearly not been given there correctly by the ref.
Isco makes the run, gets it off to Marcelo, back down the line. Throw in box high for the Merengues.
Well, as Jamie was saying down there, it's spilling over from this magnificent crowd into the technical area. This game more tense than 100 wigwams, but some wonderful football being played. X's just crossing out the O's everywhere, the tactical battle going on. Cat and mouse. I think it's fair to say Barcelona as a home team playing a little bit more confidently, but good defending by Real Madrid so far.
Carvajal off to Vazquez, plucks it away through the triple team. Back comes Neymar, actually Alba in defense. It was Neymar, and a yellow card against the Brazilian. By the way, that means that he will miss the next match against Osasuna.
Wonderfully close game though, isn't it? Half an hour in. Very, very, very close. Both teams creating snap, crackle, pop opportunities. The danger man being well wrapped up in cellophane. The referee playing well and letting the big boys play at both ends. Has been some controversy in both penalty boxes, but nothing absolutely, totally clear. Oh. That's the area they're looking to find, the dark invader, and Cristiano wanting that ball fed into that area behind Barcelona's back line. He's had nothing to feed on into space. So wonderful in his anticipation, Ronaldo.
Well, sent across. Ter Stegen, of course, getting into trouble earlier this year with his overconfidence playing
Nice
out of the
ball.
back.
Well played.
Rakitic to Roberto.
Well read.
Intercepted before Busquets could find it. And Marcelo ruled to have been fouled.
Well, it's beautiful Brazilian skill, this. As he sees three players coming into him, he does the old Zidane move and pirouettes on it, and then it's loose. And right here, you see Sergio Busquets just coming in after the ball's played away. Good ball again.
Chance for Marcelo, tries to drive it through, but can't, and then trips up Sergio Roberto on the follow-through.
Accidentally on purpose, and Zidane likes it. Preventing the counter-attack very shrewdly. The ex-Fluminense man, whose heart is obviously very heavy.
Cristiano Ronaldo, 16 goals, 10 of them at the Camp Nou. Only Alfredo Di Stefano has scored more in Clásicos for Real Madrid. Although Lionel Messi with 21 stands above them all. But he has not scored, Ray. Messi has not scored in the last 5 meetings between these two teams. Ter Stegen picks a target and then lands on his bullseye. Off target from Rakitic. It's scrappy affair here today. Ramos knocked down in the foul against Roberto.
You know, this team's been knocking at the door. Half chances galore, but nothing really much more to worry Marc-Andre Ter Stegen or Keylor Navas. They've been called into real serious threat. A lovely switch of play.
Rahal sneaks it in. Ronaldo seemed to be caught a bit unawares. Flying forward, Modric.
Quick play, good feet from Isco.
Rahal flicks wide for Vasquez. Isco shows, looking long.
Ball.
Benzema and Ronaldo tangle. Blasted by Marcelo, but off target.
As I said, always a threat. The Brazilian pops up in the centre forward position. Benzema and Cristiano, like Bambi on ace inside of that box. Referee saying I don't see any infraction. In fact, he's given it. Well, it's got to be a goal kick. There's the pull perhaps from Benzema on Roberto, and then the whisking shot by the Brazilian. Cristiano going lovely jubbly. It's worth an effort. Nearly makes clean contact on that ball sent in by Carvajal.
6 shots, just 2 on target. 10 fouls here in the opening half. About a quarter hour to go, counting added time.
And Varane right on top of Suarez, shielding that ball really well, anticipating the ball into Suarez. Doing a wonderful job, the Frenchman on the Uruguayan.
Return pass for Alba goes awry. Flying in to try and win it back. Busquets, but a foul.
Fractious game. First game's going to be a tipping point in this game. You get the feeling.
Beautiful from Vasquez, and he keeps it in play, but
Neymar.
and then a collision as Neymar and Vasquez with a meeting of the minds.
Well, right in front of the referee's assistant, who isn't communicating anything wrong to the referee. Good header by Luca.
Both players back up, just seem to be caught by surprise.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other, obviously in the referee's assistant's eyes.
Nice from Kovacic, through for Marcelo. Tries to get past Piqué, but can't.
Piqué reads this brilliantly. Wonderful sliding tackle. It's timed to perfection by Gerrard.
Barcelona, the last 21 meetings against Real Madrid, they have found the net in all of them. So they seem likely to get a goal before 90 minutes is up. Mentioned Zidane, the last 25 league matches, no defeats, 22-3-0, and they have scored in all of those.
It's the manner in which they've played, though, Phil. This Barcelona team usually come into El Clasico on a wonderful run of form. That's not the case, and that's all forgotten. They're playing well here today.
Real Madrid that paid.
The way they cover Messi, and it still wriggles through.
Hurdles around Kovacic, who wanted a foul.
An eel covered in Vaseline there, Messi.
Real put an end to Barca's 32-match unbeaten run last year, looking to return the favor here.
Quick pass again out of the back.
Gomes to Neymar, and Carvajal knocks down the Brazilian.
Comes through the Brazilian. In the referee's eyes, I cannot give you anything else. The ball, again, these are the types of tackles that's been happening all game long. Carvajal coming through the back. Half taken, wanting a yellow card, but referee saying, hey, this is not dancing school.
Ray, you take a look here, and these are players who have competed in World Cup finals, won European championships, won South American championships. You'd almost think they'd be immune to the nerves of the occasion. But there do seem to be a few butterflies fluttering around in this first half.
Size of seagulls.
Or albatrosses, perhaps. 10 minutes left. First half still scoreless.
Wearing the pressure beautifully. All these footballistas giving us a wonderfully balanced game of La Liga Santander football. Look out.
Messi drives it in, looking for Gomes, just a bit behind. Alba wanted a foul on the Modric challenge. The clearance too far.
Not today. Not getting those calls. This referee letting this game breathe. Challenges coming in without too much of a broken bottle edge, but hinting at it. Good switch again by Piqué. Nothing to find on the inside. Again, beautifully covered up by Real Madrid. Kovacic doing a good job passing Suarez in between himself and Varane. That precious little space to work in, Suarez, but he is working at it.
Neymar cuts across, but nice read by Modric. Gets rid of it quickly. Barca quick back on defense. Ronaldo trying to be quicker. Benzema makes the inside run. Ronaldo goes goal. Ter Stegen stands him up.
This ball gets away from Cristiano. Actually, you can see it in his face. It's a bit of a rough first touch, but Piqué showing him the ultimate respect and backing off. And Cristiano says, I'll take this. That's like showing your neck to Dracula, giving Cristiano that much space, and it's a wonderful attempt to find the inside gap between Ter Stegen and his big white skinny friend, the post. Good run. First time he's come out hunting.
Modric again. Good position. Suarez. Kovacic goes around Messi to win it back.
Good ball by Carvajal.
Modric ruled offside. Isco just couldn't get it there in time.
Quick play by Isco, unlucky. Modric just caught offside. Nothing.
So back to Ramos.
Ramos doing well to read that from Suarez. Suarez trying to hit the space and get on the end of his own pass. Him starting to open out a lot more now. The dying parts of this wonderful first half. No goals, but wonderful. Tense
Modric driving it long.
Great switch again.
Alba, a little bit of a slip.
Good ball!
Vasquez in, Ronaldo throws, fires the shot, but Ter Stegen denies.
Again, wonderful from the Dark Invader. Beautiful football from Real Madrid. Switch of play, magnificent, and then driving on Cristiano.
No shots on goal for Real the first 35 minutes. Now 2 in a row from Ronaldo.
It's been great defending at both ends of this football pitch, Phil. Ronaldo very unfortunate to come into some well-timed challenges there on Barcelona's defense. Handball called for. Given.
Very tactically, much of the attack.
See this ball coming in, and he sees Cristiano arriving late with his hush puppies on. The feet continue to dance. That's brilliant. Challenge. He reads Mascherano, but he cannot see Jordi Alba coming in to save the day for Barcelona.
That last challenge up the middle, and much of the attack for Real Madrid coming down this left flank, the right defense of Barca. Are they missing Gareth Bale, over relying on Ronaldo today?
Completely. Always miss a world-class player like Bale coming into a game like this. But certainly Marcelo and Modric down this side here have been the main antagonists. It hasn't been anything to do with Barcelona. They've provided their own threat out wide as well. As I said, both teams just cancelling each other out. There's nothing in this game.
With a bit of space, elects to roll it wide for Alba. Messi to Alba, tries to cut on Carvajal, appeals for a handball, but no, says close. Another corner will have to do.
Danny Carvajal comes across and shortens the space. The referee says, "You've got to be kidding me. Take a look."
Arm away from the body.
Too close. He's a fibber.
5 minutes left to go. In swinger, Neymar, spot, Gomes. Now looking for Piqué off the deflection. Busquets recovers quickly. Messi shows. To his right, Roberto with space.
Hesitated too long. Lucas Vasquez saying, "You're not going to get that time in this game." See, from that angle, it's very, very debatable. And look, if you're wearing a Barcelona shirt, a clear handball. Referee saying he was too close to the ball that was played into him. Wide man on, delivered.
Again, moving left to right, right to left, probing for a weakness. But it seems like Modric popping up every time there might be one.
Touch by Rakitic.
Halftime show brought to you by Volkswagen. Coming up, if you missed anything from this opening half, Messi trying to create a highlight before it's over. And again, Modric denies. Busquets with the challenge. Clean. In for Suarez. Ramos gets there first.
Frustrating first half from the Charrua, being well shepherded by Real Madrid's defenders, and hasn't had too much to hit of a Blaugrana shirt when the ball's played into him. Workmanlike all over the field from Real Madrid's defenders, have flooded that midfield as we expected, and just doing enough to snuff out these chances engineered by Barcelona. Barcelona seeing Real Madrid come at them in a different way. Classic counter, and it's been full of threat.
A lot of times you hear soccer described as a boxing match or a track meet, a chess match. This seems to have more of a feeling of a fencing match. Cut, thrust, parry.
Ball.
And here perhaps a chance for the thrust from Neymar, but it carries away onto the sideline where our Jamie Easton is. Let's check back in with our sideline reporter, brought to you by AT&T. Jamie, what do you have?
I have Neymar really upset and nervous today. He has protested continuously different actions, especially actions with Lucas Vasquez, actions with Carvajal as well. He's constantly fighting with these two players, and he has a yellow card already, so he has to be really careful during the second half.
Thanks, Jamie. Already will miss next match against Osasuna. Cannot afford to miss the second half here. Busquets pulled down. Nope. He's ruled to have fouled Benzema. A few words for Clos Gomez as he walks past. Where will the opening come? Will it be brilliance, or will it be a slip?
Well, no question about it. Both teams working harder than a one-eyed cat covering 3 mouse holes, but just no way through. Right on edge. That's a good ball.
Lifted forward, but Ramos in good position. We're on back.
Oh, what a pass on Busquets. First time stepping in. That's brilliant from the little bandy-legged bearded beauty. Leads to this.
Barca back quickly, though. Benzema dragging the defense wide left. Into the box, Benzema. Decent ball. Piqué just in time with Ronaldo lurking behind.
That's a classic counter-attack led by Big Benz, who takes off like a scalded cat from the midfield and gets by Barcelona's midfield, driving onto that back four. Gerard Piqué extending those telescopic legs to cut that one out and just does enough.
Will a corner kick be the difference here? Out comes Ter Stegen, tries to drop back, and he does so just in time to deny Varane.
Magnificent by Varane. Wonderfully timed run by the young Frenchman, and Piqué, who ends up giving an unintentional header back to his goalkeeper.
College hoops tonight. Auburn against UAB should be a big one. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Well played.
And then the Capital City Derby, Lazio Roma tomorrow. Sergio Roberto inside the 6, but Modric there again.
Again, Messi in such close proximity to white shirts every time he gets the ball. And cannot find his man with any sort of space or opening. Again, just cancelling each other out at both ends.
With Modric playing back,
Kovacic
on a foray forward, but then cuts it too fine for Alba as our first half comes to a close. Stick around. The Volkswagen halftime show coming your way next. Luis Enrique back to the drawing board. We are scoreless at the break. Benzema with a chance, perhaps the biggest arguments for penalties. Mascherano maybe getting away with one, and then Carvajal on the other side with a couple. Benzema getting the call here today. No Gareth Bale. That handcuffs Zinedine Zidane more than a little. Luis Enrique, final words of advice from his number 2, Juan Carlos Unzué. And the second half is underway. Barcelona, I want to say unimpressive. Both of these teams tried but were successfully carried away, although it seemed, Ray, the last few moments of that opening half, Real Madrid was starting to get their sea legs. Now scoreless at the half. Don't expect it to stay that way, Ray. The last time we have seen a scoreless Clasico, November of 2002, a run of 39 games. Ter Stegen able to parry away the 3 chances that Ronaldo had and deny Real Madrid, but he has looked, well, let's just say, a bit nervous in his distribution. Modric, meanwhile, has been nearly foot perfect. Broke free from Isco cleanly. Good ball. Messi with a burst of speed. Trying to get it back to his left foot. And then chips it in. Suarez settles. Drops it back to the top of the 6, and Isco knocks it out for the corner.
Frustrated by Messi, but a wonderful run. Absolutely outstanding. Running at, driving back Real Madrid. Jamie Easton.
Brought to you by AT&T, our sideline reporter. No changes at the half yet, Jamie.
No changes, but Iniesta just started warming up, and you have to see the Camp Nou clapping their hands, singing its name. Iniesta, Iniesta. He's here to help Barcelona in this game.
Well, on the sideline still as Rakitic launches this one in, a strange one. If it was by design, maybe time for a retro. Suarez gets tangled.
I think you meant that, didn't you? He's saying in Croatian, and Uruguayan understands it.
There is Andres Iniesta, the Don, San Andres. One of those situations, if you figure if he was healthy enough, he would have started. You don't want to risk an injury, but maybe enough for 30 minutes.
It wasn't a muscular injury either, which is a big part of it. It's that knee injury, but that's a loose ball. Look out.
Mascherano heads it right into the path of Vasquez, but Knocking it free was Sergio Roberto. Straight back to Real.
Every time you think it's just going to open up for either team, the defenders are doing an outstanding job. Well played, Marcelo.
Tries to freeze Rakitic.
Well played, Rakitic. Look at this.
Swiss-born Croatian in for the Austrian-born Croatian. Kovacic, and now back to the Croatian-born Croatian, Luka Modric.
Pass offside.
Zinedine Zidane.
Wow, look at that, biting the bottom lip. That's pretty much what everybody's doing. Ooh, that's onside.
Jordi Alba keeping him on.
Yep, clearly.
Al Sebriana, FIFA assistant referee on the near side, didn't spot it though. Talked about Modric's brilliance. Ray, first half 37 passes. He completed 36 of them. They've needed Modric. Let's take a look at, again, those starting lineups brought to you by WorldSoccerShop.com. No changes at the half. Still with those four in the back. Busquets anchoring the midfield and MSN up front for Barca. Meanwhile, Zinedine Zidane made 4 changes from the last appearance for Real Madrid, sticking with the goalkeeper Keylor Navas.
Well played, Benzema.
But in on the back line. Vasquez up front.
Good intention from Marcelo there, but too out dente.
Available on the bench, the striker Paco Alcácer, who's up there in Mascherano territory with Barcelona goals. Maybe this would be the day. Iniesta alongside Turan and Denis Suarez, who you thought should have had a good chance to start here today, but Luis Enrique went with Andre Gomes, and he's done well, although maybe not quite a difference maker.
Yep. Options, Rafinha, another one. Would like to have perhaps seen an option for Turan with that experience and that emboldened battlement about him and wonderful feet himself, good skill, the Turk. It'll be interesting to see if Iniesta does come on, who's going to come out.
Meanwhile, again, mentioned no Gareth Bale, no Toni Kroos, no Alvaro Morata either. They do have James Rodriguez on the bench, does Real Madrid. They have Marco Asensio, the young phenom, and the hat-trick hero Mariano Diaz. But it's one thing playing Cultural Leonesa, it's another playing Barcelona. Stepping up Varane. Nice by the big man. Varane with a burst of speed and continues his run. Juve Atalanta with Serie A action later today at 2:30 start on beIN Sports.
Good ball.
Ronaldo
Magic.
Settles, strikes, but launching it over the crossbar.
Wonderful play by Real Madrid. They're hearing the boos, but not from the boss. The mister likes that. Beautiful ball with shades of deja vu for a lot of people. That winning goal that was executed in almost an identical situation here last season, but this time Cristiano snatches at it and blazes it over wide, but good build-up by Real Madrid. Sharp.
Nice run by Neymar, quickly over Varane, lowers the boom, and he will get whistled for the foul.
Ball just on the right side of Neymar here, and Varane gambles and loses here. There's that wonderful pass played into Cristiano. He settles it absolutely magnificently. A soft touch, but then his left foot needs a little bit more fine-tuning.
Talked about
the way he peels off his defender like skin on a tangerine. Urgent from the Tico man. Look out.
to the wall, as Neymar saying they might be building it just a bit too close. Los will move them back. Hands behind Keylor Navas on their feet. Set up for the Brazilian inside the and the goal has been scored. Beaten. Keylor Navas, and it's Luis Suarez with the Clasico goal.
The goal is executed with extreme prejudice. The ball delivered is beautifully constructed by Neymar. lost touch with this pass. Soft as a slug's beer belly. Look at this wonderful placement right onto the head of a pin. Does it take a little slight deflection on its way in? Well, Suarez there, sharp as vinegar, and has an eye for goal like a cyclops, Phil. Wonderful detonation, and the first goal, the first blood of Barcelona.
Well, let's see if that opens things up. Real Madrid can no longer afford to be patient. And that was the pivotal moment for this Clasico, Ray.
Tell you what, Phil, the cover on Suarez wasn't bad. It was good defending, but Suarez's knifing head out was absolutely immaculate.
If you want to watch it again, go to facebook.com/BeinSportsUSA. All the highlights.
What's that address again? I want to see that again.
You got your fancy machine. Here's Neymar. Forgot something as Isco plucks it away. Again, talking about the pivotal nature. As Marcelo with a burst of speed around Roberto, who comes back in time to block. A victory for Real. They'd be 9 points up, but if this score holds, it's only a 3-point lead.
You see this one delivered beautifully. He's very close to being offside, but he looks just level. But Real Madrid fans will be arguing that he was a frog's hair offside. Referee not giving it. I think he was level.
And again, Sergio Roberto stymieing the Brazilian.
Again, his defense holding up so well. They had to be so slick and sharp with that finish, Phil. I mean, look at it again. Suarez has got a defender almost hanging on him, and he's still able to arrow that ball past. No chance for Keylor Navas.
Rahal maintains possession. Ramos
nicely. Ole,
cuts
Sergio.
into the pressure. Modric measures it well.
Marcelo will be pushing up a lot more now. Good play.
That's inside Rakitic. Sneaks the cross in, but too many defenders in the way.
Good double cover by Rakitic and Sergio Roberto there on the real danger man for Real Madrid. As this game goes on, Marcelo's going to be pressing forward now in search of this equaliser.
Okay. Just laying it out
Then
for the throw.
such a different element to Real Madrid once he does start joining in this man on the ball. This man ain't bad either. Carvajal always willing.
Vasquez has never lost a game that he has played for Real. Modric misreading Isco's run.
Stretched out here. Good tackle.
Neymar with a sprawling tackle from Vasquez to win it back.
Touch.
But on a little bit out of position as he got caught upfield. Suarez with the goal. Barcelona with the lead, looking for another. But out comes Navas.
Getting the quickness of Messi. What divine connection of eyes to brain to feet in a nanosecond. Provides an absolute perler of a pass. It's just a little overhead, but either way, Navas leaves his line. Jackrabbit quick, another super slow motion look at that wonderful delivery. A touch as soft as the clap of a butterfly's wings, and Suarez rising beautifully, and Varane just not able to extend his neck muscles half an inch more. Unlucky by his look at it, but killer penalty box predator finish by the ex-Liverpool man.
Fourth goal he scored against Real Madrid in just 5 matches.
They've wrapped them up so much.
Barcelona with the lead. Real Madrid looking to equalize. Rakitic with the tackle, but Kovacic keeps the pressure on. Ronaldo. Kovacic to the inside.
Killer
Nice
ball.
ball. Benzema holding off It's not free, and out comes Ter Stegen.
Mario Kovacic here. X-ray vision. Jamie Easton seeing Iniesta come on.
Come on, just breathe. So Andres Iniesta there.
Get back to Jamie in a moment, but Lionel Messi trying to split through two, and a nice tackle from Kovacic.
Kovacic on one side, look at Modric on the other.
And now Gomes whistle for the foul and the challenge of Vasquez. The goal from Suarez seems to have turned the heat up. Jamie again, I guess Andres Iniesta ready to come in.
Yes, he's ready to come in. He'll come inside the pitch. Rakitic will be the player that will be subbed off. I was saying before that there are other players on the sideline like James, Asensio and Casemiro for Real Madrid are warming up already.
Thank you. Jamie Easton, our sideline reporter, brought to you by AT&T.
Good tactical performance by this man coming off. A great workload. He did wonderfully well on that side of the midfield.
You surprised it's Rakitic and not Gomes, though?
I absolutely called it and said that it could be one of two or three coming off in this situation. Now the Alures Iniesta comes in, and he'll have to do his workload in that defensive situation, because Real Madrid starting to really come out and force the issue now and commit more men forward.
Iniesta
Lovely first time ball, and again
gets a round of applause, and it leads to this. Double team. Neymar put on with the happy feet. By the way, 7th straight Clasico that Barcelona has scored first in league play. Although Real has come from behind to win 2 of the last 6.
Sergio Busquets again. There's a player of the match in my eyes so far in this game. Sergio Busquets has been absolutely monumental in covering this Real Madrid attack and prompting wonderful forward play by Barcelona. He's the embodiment of everything that's going through Barca. This man has been right on his game.
Sports.com for all the latest from La Liga. Granada with an upset earlier today. That shakes it up. There you see the Twitter handles. Don't forget to use the hashtag #BeinElClásico. Also check out the schedule. Is Messi with a rare mistouch, but makes something of it.
He was kidding you.
You thought he was human, but you were mistaken. PSG in action, by the way, and of course we have those extra matches on your second screen, including the 360, the blimp view, and more. Football of a different nature throughout the season. Now on to college hoops. Auburn against UAB today at 8 Eastern. Being Sports USA, and it's the derby for Roman pride. Lazio against AS Roma tomorrow. We'll have that starting at 9 a.m. Suarez. Gomes pressured just as he was releasing. A few whistles from the crowd.
Yeah, take a look at this wonderful 3D animated beautiful stuff from Intel. Magic. And again, that diamond finish took something special to open up Real Madrid's wonderful defense here today and beat the world-class goalkeeper, and we headed from a set piece.
Which has been a Real strength.
Real Madrid responding now, though, throwing more and more players into the attack, and more so than the ex-Fluminense man, Marcelo, but they better be careful and keep that back door locked.
Gomes finding the grass on the other side a bit harder as Iniesta stepped in on the left. Busquets tackles it away.
Superlatively well. Again, wonderfully timed, synchronized tackle.
Goal for Suarez, his 48th of the calendar year. Messi looking to add to the haul. Sends it wide for the Uruguayan. Chips it back across. Neymar would have been offside, but well covered by Real.
Oh, the hopeful pass here from Suarez after that driving run, saying his apologies, just flighting it up, hoping, I think, that Neymar would read his intention and drive onto that rainbow pass, but no pot of gold.
Up steps Mascherano. Vasquez and Iniesta collide. Goes back for Busquets. Back for Iniesta from Messi, and all of a sudden the Tiki meeting the Taka again. Iniesta for Suarez,
Nice.
flips it wide. Neymar sneaks it through two defenders, but not a third.
Deflects off him and nearly just takes it out of the intended pocket for Lionel Messi.
This is not Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Luis Enrique has introduced more than a few wrinkles, but with a lead, very hard to get the ball away. Vasquez stretches the field. Nice from Ronaldo, but the adrenaline may be getting the better. Ball just on the chalk, and a chance for Carvajal. Alba back quickly. Modric. Much action available as well from El Clasico on beIN Sports Connect. Check Channel 8 for your second screen of experience.
Since that go-ahead goal, it's tipped towards Real Madrid. Barcelona, who's being a little bit more conservative, not by intention. They have to be, because Real Madrid really sending up their wing-backs in far more threats now that they have to chase this game, taking risks, but there may be some reward at the end of it. Marcelo saying, feed me out here.
Carvajal taking a bite at the moment. Benzema in for Vasquez. Double team though. Busquets tripped up by Isco. Now Madrid a bit choppy at the moment since that Barcelona lead.
This is vintage Busquets. I was watching my pool cleaner there the other day, a creepy crawly, and it reminded me of this man.
Ronaldo stretching out that hamstring a bit. They cannot afford to lose him.
Being sharp, he's been good on the run as Isco comes out, much to his own anger.
Good in the first half. Second half, chasing a bit more. Casemiro, well, he's a defensive sub, but what that will allow is Kovacic and Modric to push forward.
Well, Real Madrid cannot be more frustrated. Yeah, it's been a good spell for them in response. Need to keep finding Benzema and Cristiano, of course, but these attacks from wide positions, ever dangerous, waiting for his moment.
Alba trying to poke it free. Vasquez got a touch, but Neymar looking to make something of it.
Somehow, somewhere, he doesn't know what he's going to do, so how can the defenders? Wonderful improvisation in tight space there by the ex-Santos man. And ball.
No foul at all, says Close. One
It's got
to
to
see
be
how
a handball.
Suarez would come away with it. Carvajal agrees with you.
As if the foul wasn't given against Luis Suarez and he pulled the ball back.
Up the middle, Piqué and Alba. They're staying, but it was to Busquets.
Finer than a frog's hair that leads to this. That's beautiful. He
Yes,
gets
he
away with it, impressively
back.
so, but very tight passing lane. But this is the type of reward you get with that risk. Look at this.
Iniesta for Neymar.
Magic!
Inside, blast towards the top corner, but over the crossbar, that one could have put it away.
Again, more twists and turns and a drunk snake from Neymar. Beautiful. It leads all the way down. The illusionista finds the man out wide. The Brazilian drives in, and there's a wonderful hesitation and leaves his defender with knees on the wrong legs. Beautiful in the setup, going for the top corner. Navas pushes it wide and high with his eyes.
Will that come back to cost Barcelona?
You have the feeling, Phil, that there's more drama leaving this game, towards the end of this game, excuse me. You just got that feeling it ain't over yet. For sure. And who's going to get the next one? Equalizer or number 2? Beautiful. Poetry in motion. And then he tries to paint it Picasso style.
That started with the Ter Stegen pass out of the back.
Pass from Busquets.
Another chance for Gomes.
Nicely.
Iniesta off the clear space. The shot deflected off Carvajal into the side netting, but on the wrong side.
And Busi starts the dominoes falling. Andre Gomes, it leads a clear ball to the illusionista. Wonderful covering from Danny.
Iniesta again trying to sneak it through. Worst start to a season in 9 years for Barcelona, but they are in control at the moment with 20 minutes to go.
Zidane likes the way his team are looking in response, though, Phil. I get the feeling that he knows his defense is still needed. Got to keep this Blaugrana team that's starting certainly to be more influential with this man on the ball again. Immaculate Busquets.
Best game of the season by far. And Iniesta gets it out of danger. Making the run. Gomes retreats. Drew Ramos away. Now Messi. Kovacic tackles it away, and a throw in for Barcelona. Substitution of Casemiro has not changed things that much. They still do have Monaco Asensio and James Rodriguez, though. Here's how the table would look. And again, everyone talking about how it was a runaway for Real, but now their insurance policy down to 1 game. Neymar wants it, gets it, drives it in, but put on over quickly.
Again, Busquets starts it beautifully with a nothing-looking ball, but there's few players in the world that will play it so quickly. Busquets plays that one into Messi, and then Messi opens the window of opportunity for Neymar. Well covered again by Los Blancos.
Mascherano, beautiful ball. Chance for Sergio Roberto, isolated. But with the lead, the ability to try and take some of the air out of this game. Alba tries to contort to keep possession. Vasquez. Casemiro not happy as that one gets kicked away. Take another look.
Take another look from this angle, and then this angle. 3D. Well, Neymar needed a 4th dimension to put this one in. Unlucky. Great setup.
Mascherano to the near side. Alba drops it back. Since the goal, since Iniesta stepped onto the pitch, Jamie Easton on the sidelines. Let's check in. Brought to you by AT&T. But it seems like the players, seems like the fans, seems like the atmosphere has changed.
Everything has changed, Phil. He has reconnected the team, reconnected the MSN, and reconnected the fans to the game. This is Barcelona again, with their great captain again. And I have to say, I love your sentence. The tiki met the taka.
Thanks, Jamie. And again, taking a look at this, there was questions as to why they did not start Iniesta. But now with a goal lead, Ray, it seems as though the pieces of the puzzle are looking like a beautiful picture.
Well, certainly Luis Enrique will get big rewards and acclaim for how he's played his poker hand, but Phil, there's still time on this clock, and Real Madrid doing their best to contain the Hydra that's coming at him. and shape of MSN, but look at this for a counter.
Varane quickly gets it wide. Ronaldo.
He loves it here.
Sergio Roberto and Andre Gomes trying to slow him down. Here's Marcelo. No bail on this near side, though. Vasquez needs to step up. Sneaks it down into the corner. Carvajal off Mascherano and out for the corner.
Well, Benzema drifting away. Like tissue off a toilet roll there, leaving all of his defenders. That ball just not clipped towards the back post, and that might have been really worrying for Ter Stegen.
Near post 6, Iniesta was there.
Not a good ball by Luka that time.
David Bertoni, Zidane's longtime compatriot and confidant. They need to change things up.
I think it might be James Rodriguez, Phil. Look,
nice.
Good ball.
Modric drives it into Mascherano. Ramos maintains. Marcelo against Gomes, gets around the Portuguese man. The cross for Carvajal, kept in play by Alba. Now Vasquez, but his cross deflected. Oh. 1 against 2. Suarez up went Varane, seemed to hit it with his hands. The assistant on the far side, John Nunez, trying to get the referee's attention.
Calling Suarez for this one, I believe, and he's going to go in the book for his protestations and the verbal abuse, spitting his verbals like Mussolini at the balcony towards the referee's assistant. That's a no-no. He drives into Varane. That's a clear foul. The hand comes in, but it's after the initial foul that Suarez initiates. Emotion spilling over from the Charrua, though, as Real Madrid keep on rattling at the latch of Barcelona.
Here's Vasquez. Marco Asensio on the sideline, about ready to check in. This might be one of his final touches. Again mentioned, 17 wins, 2 draws, no defeats with Lucas Vasquez in the match for Real Madrid. That might be about to change. Final quarter hour. Modric.
Better ball.
Meeting it just over the head of Varane. Did not miss by
what a
much.
Pass with the back heel from Busquets. Well, a wonderful delivery that time by Luka. Sends it in and is very close to finding the big bushy eyebrows of Ronaldo and Benzema.
Real Madrid caught up field a bit.
No.
Suarez.
Good ball.
Neymar forced to wait. Suarez. Ramos.
Cool.
Marcelo. This was a match Barcelona needed to win. They're not there yet, and they can see the finish line. Arda Turan ready to help them get across, and the limp from Gomes perhaps makes that obvious. But first, this is interesting. It will be Benzema that will exit. Ronaldo will slide into that center forward role, and Asensio will be another playmaker with Kovacic and Modric.
Well, the poker game continues, and the stakes just got a lot higher. He'll get a good reception this time as he comes off. A far better elevated performance as we see the wonderful replay. The Dark Invader rising magnificently, but extremely difficult header for him to adjust to as the Portuguese European champion comes off.
His first Clasico. Passing grade?
Absolutely. B, maybe a B plus for him. The manner in which he worked and supported, especially in the early going for this game, which was crucial. He set the stall out very well. They're coming in against the Fort Knox of a Real Madrid defense. Good ball.
Looking for the equalizer. First chance Asensio. A bit off balance, but Piqué adjusts well.
Yep. dealt with it cleanly.
Zidane with his first touch. They're going to say it went off the Turk. 99,000 disagree.
Off the Turk, off the turf.
Casemiro.
Whoa, nice.
Each team with one substitute remaining. Mentioned Hamas still available for Real if they wish. Vasquez in, trying to flick it. Asensio off of Piqué. Put on smartly into touch. Neymar a golden chance a few moments back to add to Barca's lead, but it's still 1-0.
The architect of the first goal, wouldn't overlook at it. It wasn't just a dink in free kick. Picked his target out. It was streaking towards that near post in the shape of Suarez. Found him beautifully.
3 goals and 3 assists in the Clásicos for Neymar.
Wonderful.
Lonely tracking for Cristiano Ronaldo in that number 9 position.
He likes it there.
Didn't used to. Nice from Neymar. Suarez ready to lurk. Ramos trying to keep him honest. Stepping up Carvajal, and he stepped through Neymar in the process.
I was warned earlier on by referee Klaus Gomez, and this one, he says, I'm sorry, got to get you in the book for this. Again, Neymar, brave coming at, but he gets his ankles absolutely raked by the cleats. He says he's diving close. He says, you're in the book.
An unbeaten start to the season. Zidane being touted as a manager of the year. Nice step in Kovacic. How much would one loss tarnish Zidane at Real Madrid?
Well, depends on the cynics, doesn't it, Phil?
Roberto onside, tries to cut back. A challenge out for the goal kick, says Carlos Close, and he had a clean view.
This game couldn't be any tighter. A wonderful flash of inspiration that is the difference between these two teams. Real Madrid, man, really responding bravely. Take a look at this X-ray vision pass from the illusionista. Astonishing. The pass is delivered smoother than the back of a spoon. Messi controls it, magnetizes it beautifully, goes for the slingshot towards the back post. Ramos's presence dictates it, but it is that wonderful fly's eye vision. No, mutant fly's eye vision from Iniesta that opened up that wonderful passing lane.
Second chance to put it away for Barca. Still alive for Ronaldo. Brought it down, but Piqué was ready to bring it away. Foul as Iniesta upended by Modric. And the fans not happy with the treatment by Real Madrid.
Well, he'll be thinking of that one when he puts his head on the pillar tonight. Messi, a difficult angle, but usually we're so accustomed to seeing them one rattled home.
Suarez scored. Neymar and Messi have both missed chances to add to the lead. Barcelona brilliant in the second half, but still just 1-0.
Good header from Messi.
Casemiro giving it up, but on taking it back.
Neymar letting that one get away from him, showing way too much of the ball.
Asensio, nice give and go, has help up front. Tries to drive past Busquets, who gets him from behind.
Good play from the youngster who comes in and drives on past a couple of players. They bamboozled Turan on that far side, and the danger was apparent to Buzi, who says you shall not pass. Good play from Asensio. Very close.
Got the ball and then a little touch after.
From that angle, but if he's playing the ball first, that momentum shouldn't matter. This is danger coming Barcelona's way, especially when Luka Modric is the prime architect.
Long way out. Modric looking to pick his spot. Drops it to the edge of the six. Piqué was there. Sends it across. Marcelo challenging, but it's Iniesta back to defend.
Pulls up by this arm because the other one's hurting. Again, a little pale-faced assassin, Iniesta, comes to the rescue. Brave, strong. A man with twinkle-toes feet. He knows how to get down and dirty. Iniesta.
9 shots for Barcelona, 11 for Real Madrid. Possession in favor of the hosts at 57%. Iniesta gracefully steals it away. And Busquets, Ronaldo slips, so that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, you think?
Now Ramos with a spring in his step. Marcelo.
I don't think it'll be too long before we see Sergio Ramos starting to leave his defensive position, push further up as Casemiro keeps this going. Good ball.
A chance for Carvajal. Ter Stegen plays his line and gets the help from Piqué. Bounces over the diminutive Modric. And Suarez gets bounced. Still on a razor's edge. Real Madrid would be quite content to walk away with a point.
Another wonderful look at what Iniesta sees in lifetime. You don't need any fancy-smancy machines from Intel either to see that wonderful fourth dimension. He plays it in, but I love that camera, fella.
You're going to get one at the house, aren't you?
I don't know about the house, one in here.
Mariano, the final sub. Kovacic will take a seat. That means no James. Instead, it's the hat-trick hero from the Copa del Rey.
Mascherano a little slow to deliver there. Look
Fighting
out.
for it, Casemiro.
Oh,
Ronaldo
no.
into the corner.
Mascherano putting out his own fire, but it's still alive.
In for Modric, kicks it back. Mariano Diaz, Dominican Republic international. That's where his mom is from, born though in Barcelona, so a chance in front of the home folks. Good ball in.
Great ball.
It's there. The header, Ramos, and it sails just high.
Told you it wouldn't be long before we saw big Sergio say enough of this. We need to go out and kill something. He arrives beautifully. Lovely ball delivered by Dani Carvajal. Tremendous leap. Beats everybody upstairs, but he cannot paint it into that postage stamp on the other side of the envelope. Unlucky. Great effort by Sergio.
Final substitution will be Denis Suarez as Neymar takes a seat. So fresh legs for the prodigal son. Brought back from Villarreal for about 4 million reasons. Great first half for Neymar. Did set up the goal for Suarez. Iniesta, the difference maker here. Mascherano and Mariano.
Good battle by the youngster there, pulling and tugging away at Mascherano in his effort and that tenacity to win his ball back. He wins a goal, throw in for his team. Incessant pressure from Real Madrid for this equaliser. Barcelona hanging on. Just
last match Real Madrid lost was back in April in the Champions League against Wolfsburg. Of course, they then went on to win the whole thing. Last time they lost in La Liga was the derby against Atletico in February.
And Marcelo wanting this. Gets it now.
Has space. Ronaldo makes the move.
Good
Driving
play.
on Suarez.
And again.
Stays with them.
Great pass.
Across. Ronaldo heads it down. And it's parried away to safety
Again,
by
it's
Alba.
Marcelo. Feed the man. It's got the keys and the drive. And he will produce magic. It's a brilliant delivery from Marcelo. It's not the best of headers from the dark invader. It's a very acute angle.
From the corner, cleared away. Luis Suarez, but straight to Marcelo. Turns, Mascherano tackles it away briefly. Now it's Turan chopping him down from behind.
Then, prime instigator and antagonist is the ex-Fluminense man. Marcelo seeing life in this game for his Royal Whites.
90th minute. Mascherano with the card. Modric. Vulnerable at home. 27 points in the table. That's the worst start in Barcelona history since back when Frank Rijkaard was coach in 2007, 2008. They finished third that season behind not only Real Madrid, but Villarreal. Meanwhile, Real Madrid 10-3-0, an historic start under Zinedine Zidane. Top scoring team in La Liga with 36. They are 5-1-0 away from home, looking to climb to 36 points in the table. Always a thrill, and the fans a big part of it.
Well, Real Madrid heard and saw all of this before here last season, and look what happened then. As Kay Murray stated very clearly and correctly, it all goes out the window. If you want to see what pure...
Vulnerable at home, 27 points in the table. That's the worst start in Barcelona history since back when... Vulnerable at home, 27 points in the table. That's the worst start in Barcelona history since back when Frank Rijkaard was coach in 2007, 2008. They finished third that season behind not only Real Madrid, but Villarreal. Meanwhile, Real Madrid 10-3-0, an historic start under Zinedine Zidane. Top scoring team in La Liga with 36. They are 5-1-0 away from home, looking to climb to 36 points in the table. Always a thrill, and the fans a big part of it.
Well, Real Madrid heard and saw all of this before here last season, and look what happened then. As Kay Murray stated very clearly and correctly, it all goes out the window. If you want to see what pure adrenaline looks like, it's going to be there in these starting lineups, all 22 of them. And we start with Ter Stegen.
Taking a look at the German goalkeeper. Meanwhile, it will be Piqué on the back line with Mascherano. No Umtiti at the start.
It's a brave lineup, and they're going with Andre Gomes in midfield. Big responsibility either side of Sergio Busquets, who's starting to come back into form. He'll need to be sharp. These guys as well. The number 9 in particular for me will be setting the tone for how this Barcelona team is going to go on. Of course, the medicine man, the magic Messi, will be a big influence in this team, as he always is. But they cannot rely on him solely.
Meanwhile, Keylor Navas still not 100% to his stellar best, but what he can do at human levels is still astounding, as the U.S. found out recently. Sergio Ramos joined by Varane. Pepe will start this one from the bench. Kovacic and Modric, although it will be the Croat who gets the call, filling in for Casemiro, and no BBC, it is Lucas in. A moment of silence for the victims of that plane crash in Colombia that claimed the lives of Chapecoense. Neymar enter the stadium today with a Chapecoense jersey, knowing several of these players. In fact, Kleber Santana, former Atletico player, was among those
immaculately observed from this Camp Nou crowd. Somber, sad scenes ahead of the pyrotechnic fireworks show that will go on that football pitch, and we all send our prayers and solemn best wishes to all of the connected parties of that terrible tragedy.
Luis Enrique whispering to Juan Carlos Unzué, his number one.
See you guys.
Woo! When you crave.
The moment that I met you were fine, so fine.
Blue Moon is brewed with Valencia orange peel for a taste that shines brighter.
It's big screen entertainment right in your hands. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S8 and get one free when you have DirecTV and add a line.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, the moon up above, and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the stars in the sky, the girl and the guy, and the way they could kiss on a night like
Life's
this.
as big as you make it. Introducing the all-new 7-seater Volkswagen Atlas.
And a thing called love.
El Clasico is brought to you in part by the all-new 7-seater Volkswagen Atlas and AT&T.
And a good look at what will be the center of attention. Round 33. Can they put it in either end? Fans have made their way inside. The superstars making their way to the pitch. And as you can see, even neighbors on the day, but their colors on full display.
Glorious atmosphere as always, Phil. They have been to football's highest mountains, all of these players, but still they will have butterflies the size of seagulls in their tummies. The fans absolutely shoehorned into this cathedral of football, and for good reason. This game tonight takes on an atmosphere more like a big Las Vegas heavyweight world championship fight. Sergio Ramos' team looking for a knockout punch against Barcelona. Barca have lacked their usual consistency and fizz this season, it must be said. But here tonight, the sparks of the gladiator swords will be clashing. As Kay, Gary, Thomas and Kevin have said, with Ida Gudjonsson and Jaime in Barcelona, beautifully framing this magisterial game that we are about to be entertained by. The subplots are innumerous. There's pivotal matches. It's going to take game changers. It's going to take the coaches and the crowds and the benches. But the true beauty of this game, Phil, is isn't in the strategy or the tactics or the statistics, not the coaching manuals or the X's and O's a lot of the time. It's in the mystery, in the X factor. And these 22 footballistas have got X factors galore. Seeing a Clasico played out is
Como carro, he tenido muchas vidas y experiencias. Cruzamos fronteras para visitar a la familia. En otra vida, pude compartir la ilusión de llevar a nuestra princesa a su gala. O seguir a nuestro equipo a todos lados, con mi bocina siempre celebrando la vida y los triunfos. Hoy continúo disfrutando porque siempre me cuidaron con Napa y sus autopartes de calidad.
Dale más vida a tu carro. Lógralo con Napa. Pura calidad.
La vida está llena de curvas y giros inesperados. Puedes dar vueltas o cambiar de dirección antes de llegar a donde te lleva el destino. Busca las guías y encontrarás las señales. Pásala bien y sigue adelante. Nunca sabes qué te espera en el camino. ¿O quién? Pero en Volkswagen te ayudamos a estar preparado. Los ganadores del IIHS Top Safety Pick del 2017 de Volkswagen.
Dile hola a los nuevos planes de datos ilimitados de AT&T y nunca vuelvas a pagar por cargos de exceso de uso de datos. Ahora toda la familia puede hacer binging, comprar, escuchar, navegar, jugar, streaming y más. Todo sin preocuparse por cargos de exceso de uso de datos o quedarse sin datos. Solo con AT&T puedes tener datos ilimitados con HBO incluido. ¡Increíble! Esta es nuestra mejor oferta de datos ilimitados. Llévate AT&T, datos ilimitados y recibe más por menos.
Should be. Barcelona need a massive response here from their world-class players because Messi knows Real Madrid's never had them painted into a corner like this.
All eyes on Alejandro Hernandez as we get the bird's eye view. Even the birds stopping to watch this one. Impressive from Sergio. Right-handed, but he's got a left foot.
Lovely style, and it'll be looked to be mirrored by the white shirts, but you can never count Barcelona out of any game or any title. But they've certainly got to dig deep here today to keep off this incredible Real Madrid side that has been inspirational under Zinedine Zidane, and all of his critics have gone awfully quiet all of a sudden. Madrid have just lost 2 games all season in La Liga. They've shown very, very few signs of any vulnerabilities under him. But they have conceded, Phil, 33 goals, and Barcelona will know that they're going to get their opportunities. Going to be pivotal for Barca to take their isolated opportunities when they come.
Starting lineups brought to you by AT&T. The last in a Clasico, at least for now, for that man, Luis Enrique, announced his retirement, resignation, should we say, from Barcelona. And it resulted in a bounce, but it's kind of turned into a dead cat over the last few games. Knocked aside by Casemiro. Modric under pressure, but keeps it alive.
Good refereeing by Alejandro Hernandez, our man in yellow today. Allowing the game to breathe in the early going. Not much in that challenge. That's a good ball.
Over Alba, met by Carvajal. Top of the 18. Titi trips up Ronaldo. The referee with a good look, but says no.
Sergio Ramos, absolute brilliance over the distance with kaleidoscopic vision and found Carvajal brilliantly. And the first time pass from Carvajal finds the dark invader beautifully. That was very close to a penalty.
That's going to be worth another look. Alejandro Hernandez seemed to have it in his vision.
Well, I tell you, talking about vision, let's go back to a defender, Sergio Ramos. Here's the end result of it. Now, there's nothing there. Titi goes in. There's contact on him, but there's nothing that the referee's going to give for a penalty. He's got claims. If he got a touch on the ball, I think, Phil, and touched it, kissed it past Titi, and then the contact came through, may have been different.
Similar as Busquets appeals for a foul. Ronaldo with a burst of speed. No doubt about Titi's challenge this time.
What a pass from Sergio Ramos. It's got to be given full credit. That was the genesis of the attack. A player that's got to be up there in the Ballon d'Or voting at the end of this year. Sergio Ramos.
Arguably 3 or 4 players could be on the podium. Well, one of them not dressed today in Neymar. And here's Suarez. His role changes without the Brazilian Ray.
That man on the far left side with the beautiful afro cut. Marcelo's another one that is having a stupendously magnificent season.
Good look at our players to watch on the day. Of course, Ronaldo and Messi.
It's another good ball. Nice little nod down. Good pass.
Back to Carvajal in the box. Chips it across. Rakitic dropping back
Trying
to defend.
Find the head of Gareth Bale there. Lovely little stab ball from Carvajal. Although that was on the head of the pin there for Gareth to feast on.
Inside, tracking back Ter Stegen. Benzema can't bring it under control.
Well, straight away, Barcelona's defense busier than a blind dog in a meat house. They've got a lot to cover. Another ant farm attack by the Royal Whites. Right out of the traps. He's very close to getting that. Oh, he got the force touch. The first replay, it didn't look as if he got the first touch, but he did. It was legit claims.
Alba tries to flip it down the line, stays in play, soaring up Nacho, making his Clasico debut.
Oh.
Casemiro, hip check.
Rottweiler on a little poodle there between Casemiro and Ivan Rakitic. Still thought on the contact of the penalty, and Real Madrid fans will take one side of the table and Barca on the second, on the other, of course, but there was very minimal contact on Cristiano. But it's all it can take to put off a player like that when he's traveling at that speed.
Messi eludes Ronaldo, near side Alba. It is a 4-back from Barcelona today, at least by name. Roberto and Alba on the flanks. A few experiments from Luis Enrique of late.
Well played.
Iniesta with a stop-start to try and get away from Kroos.
Iniesta at his best, beautiful.
Alba throws in a block.
Good cover by Real Madrid, 3-on-2, and they come away with it with Toni Kroos, and here's the counter, brilliant ball.
And down again for Ronaldo with the afterjets burning. Cuts to the inside. The run is on, the shot goes low, and down goes Ter Stegen with the save.
It's a wonderful attack by Real Madrid. Starts with brilliant cover, far down the other side, and Benzema turning and saying, feed me, baby. But beautiful defending by Real Madrid, and control of the ball, 2 passes, and they've balled the field up.
Take a look at our TireRack.com keys to the game. First of all, Real Madrid keeping their hands on the steering wheel. They have everything going their way, but they're in the driver's seat depending upon what happens today.
Certainly, they're going to not take their eye off the game, for sure. And got one hand on this if they get the result, but it's a big if. They have started like a Chinese firecracker here today and have been almost foot perfect.
Onside.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Flag coming up incorrectly. By the way, that last one, Ray, as far as our TireRack.com keys to the game, Casemiro and Busquets, they might not be in the spotlight, but they should be.
The ball, he's in again.
Flag comes up to deny the British winger.
Gareth cannot wait. You see, you got to stay hungry. He looks like he's just about starving tonight, as Bruce Springsteen used to sing. Oh, that's very close again. Frog's hair in between them, but he may have just got it right.
Bale making his 100th appearance for Real Madrid in league play. Only the third British player, following Beckham and Lineker, to do so. Inside, Suarez bodied down Casemiro, and he's still down. Might have had the wind knocked out of him.
Typical El Clasico start, isn't it, Phil? Right from the get-go. No warm-up needed. No dress rehearsals for a game like this. Real Madrid certainly playing the home advantage part of it and dominating in the early going, but Iniesta looks as if he's got his beautiful feet on the right footballing legs here today as well.
The ball rolling the Merengues' way.
Yeah, they've really been pushing the game, looking for blood, like a pack of piranhas.
Talked about how Bale coming back from injury. No such luck with Pepe or Varane, which means Nacho's been in the uncharacteristic position of a regular starter next to Ramos, and for the most part, it's worked.
No real distractions for Barcelona, of course, other than the King's Cup final. It's another peach of a pass.
Laid off Ronaldo. Benzema tries to return the favor.
The big onus on Real Madrid and Zidane is they realise they've got one hand on La Liga, and it's going to be a long time. Been a long time coming. Won La Liga in how many years, Phil?
Well, they won in 2012, but that's the only league crown that Real Madrid have won in the second reign of Florentino Perez. You have to go back to 2008.
So that's way too long. That's a good pass again. Messi wants it back.
Rakitic. Here's Alba. Messi on the inside. Runs away from the little Argentine. Perhaps toying with Kroos. Iniesta from distance. Similar spot.
Luka Modric needed to get that one. This is a shot from the pale-faced assassin, but it nearly squirts under Luka Modric's studs. And that would have fallen beautifully for Suarez. This crowd sensing that this is a game of special proportions. They've seen the Manita. They've seen the 6-2 undressing a few years ago when this man scored the last goal. The sense that, oh, he slips.
Benzema beaten by Piqué.
Piqué nearly caught out with his knickers down there. Good recovery.
Again, hashtag be in La Liga.
Good play.
We'll get to it in a moment, but Alba threads it in. Suarez strikes, and it whistles wide of the post.
Beautiful play. Starts with the medicine man, of course, Messi. With his kaleidoscopic vision, plays it out to Jordi Alba. Beautiful first time, he pings it into Suarez. He's got a velvet cushion tied around this right foot. Takes the pace off it and then stings it. But Ilan Navas is reading his eyes. He has that look at the Cristiano hit. The approach to Cristiano's strike was even more impressive.
Ray, getting back to the question, despite being the hero in recent matches for Real Madrid, Isco starts this match from the bench, and Bale is out there as a starter. Good choice for Zidane? The right choice?
A hard choice. Only time will tell. See how fit Gareth is and what he brings, because certainly little Francisco brought an awful lot to Real Madrid in both the Champions League game and their league games. What a ball that is.
Marcelo tries to one-touch it in, falls for Rakitic, who falls himself. Good balance on that far sideline.
Gets out of it beautifully. It looked like he was corralled into that dead ball line, but beautiful twinkle toes by the Croatian.
Alba and Bale nipping at each other's heels. Busquets, get it, give it. Messi without Neymar in the middle, dueling with Casemiro, who sticks a spike in his back.
Well, Lionel twisting and turning like an alligator with an itch, and Casemiro is basically humiliated. Messi shows him and says, come and get it, do you want to dance? Casemiro is beaten beautifully, and then the machete comes through and he cannot run without his legs.
A little early for a caution for the Brazilian, though.
Yep.
Touched back and Umtiti will get there.
And really, there's a bit of rush of blood by Casemiro, who's been playing absolutely brilliant, but no need to clip Lionel there.
Bale on defense, but he leaves it shy. Navas out quickly.
Short pass back to the goalkeeper, nearly made the pay. When we see this one again, his heart was in his mouth that time. Here again, sends him the wrong way, and actually his shadow as well. He's past him and he's off to the races like a teenager on a hot rod, just about to pick his pass. So that's a fair yellow card.
Much made of the relationship between the superstars at Barcelona and their soon-to-be departing manager. It has not been a comfortable season for Luis Enrique, even though on paper he is one of the best managers that the club has never had. Just seems as though he's never quite fit.
Well, one of those things you call statistics that is inarguable, Phil, is the fact that Real Madrid under Lucho Enrique have consistently let more goals in with each passing reign of his. The goals against average has been on a slope down, none more so than this year. Unlucky by Gareth. Again, the run dictating the pass, but he's twitching like the greyhound in the traps and cannot hold him.
Well, Luis Enrique, as you see in that grayish silver suit on the sideline, quite familiar with his match. 13 years as a player, 5 with Real Madrid, 8 with Barcelona.
Beautiful coolness there by Ter Stegen, bringing it into Busquets with Toni Kroos less than 2 yards away from him.
Well, you know one thing Luis Enrique has never seen as a manager in the Clasico? A Lionel Messi goal.
In a while.
Oh, to Suarez, over for Paco, back to Messi. He scored a hat-trick in 2014 with Tata Martino in charge, the current Atlanta United boss. But since then, he has been shut out in 6 straight meetings.
So when here the Real Madrid fans telling you to shut up, Phil.
Don't remind him. There's our Twitter handles. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, use the hashtag #BeInLaLiga and send in your thoughts. Titi back. Ter Stegen. Piqué looking long. He has a gap, but he sails it over Paco.
A bad effort either. That high line there. Just trying to turn the defense around and drop it into that area. Just overhit by a couple of pounds. Game finally starting to, well, not exactly settle down, but go down a half a gear.
Busquets lays it back. Another question from a viewer. To this point, he's got to be given the chance. But 4 goals on the campaign. It took him a while to get his first, but he seems to be fitting in, Ray.
He's been sensing his old Valencia ability for sure. There's been distinct signs of it, of him fitting in and getting a better understanding along with the Charrua and Messi. So Paco, another great opportunity for him to hit
Andres
the high
Iniesta.
note.
His 35th Clasico for Don Andres. Trying to pirouette away a la Neymar. Alcácer not quite so fortunate. Modric into the gap. Ronaldo for Benzema.
This is so unlucky from Cristiano. It was on for him to take the pop shot, but I doubt if it would ever found its way through to Ter Stegen, and it's an intelligent little dagger ball from Cristiano that was, I think it hit the back of the heels of the Barcelona defender. Great run.
Messi with his foot on the gas, lays it off. Rakitic couldn't quite get there.
Well, Messi, beautiful squirrel on a telephone wire run, and he's got it on his left side, Phil. I thought he was going to catapult this one home. He sees Rakitic fading away from his defender like tissue on a toilet roll, but Leo overhits the pass. Look out!
Chance at the top of the box for Suarez. Scoops it around Marcelo. Driven in by Roberto, but straight to Casemiro.
A great pulsating game of football. Absolutely seesaw football. He's onside. No!
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Again, Barcelona pushing up right to the halfway line and leaving the cows field behind. Here's this brilliant run from Leo. Beautiful, and as usual, is predictable as a wasp. After a sip of Cuban coffee, they can't contain him. This one, oh, what do you think? That's very, very close. Maybe a lick of his hair gel offside.
Iniesta, 3 men to beat. Couldn't get it past Bale.
Good turn.
Modric to the inside.
He's got options here.
3 making the run.
It's a great ball.
It's in for Benzema. In a low roller, Ter Stegen with the save.
Pulls his oil trigger. Maybe one step too quickly. Brilliant ball from Modric. Into stray, just like this one. Great layoff.
And just missing the strike was Suarez.
And you cannot give highlights of these plays because it moves from one end to the other in a blink of a bee's eye. It was brilliant by Real Madrid, almost brillianter by Barcelona.
Brillianter.
Got to stretch the English language when you're trying to describe these guys.
Well, it is the anniversary of Shakespeare's birth today, so...
Oh, really? Happy birthday, Billy!
It's also St. George's Day, so who knows? Geordie's in celebration at the moment. Chance now for
what a great
Modric.
Ball. What a beautiful, beautiful change of attack from Luka.
Marcelo in for Kroos. Casemiro whittling their way forward. Bale scoops it with his left, but no one makes the run. And that will trickle out for the goal kick. Let's bring in the 3rd member of our broadcast team as we take a look at this brilliance. But Jamie Easton on the sidelines at the Santiago Bernabeu, and the fans are giving Gerard Piqué a nice welcome, Jamie. It's a good thing he's a footballer. I don't think he'd make a good politician in Madrid. 20th minute, ticking to a close, out wide for Ronaldo. Benzema, the only man inside, drives it low and a stop by Ter Stegen.
Absolute howitzer from Cristiano, and Messi, I believe, is still down at the other side. And they're going to put this one out.
Man. Lionel Messi. And let's go back to the sidelines. Jamie Easton, what did we miss?
Really not much there intentionally, I believe, from Marcelo. His arm comes up just for balance, and there's no jackknifing of Marcelo's elbow into the face at all. I think it's purely accidental. It doesn't keep the red stuff inside where it belongs, but Marcelo and Real Madrid playing by prison rules here. And I don't think there was anything intentional, let me say, from Marcelo.
Maybe leaning to protect himself just a little bit.
I don't think so. I think it's just pure balance. The arm comes up, and certainly as the arm's coming up, Leo's barreling through and contacts him.
You can see as
There's
we
a
watch
wonderful
Ronaldo's strike.
Sizzler, and that's a good save by ter Stegen. This one, he unloads, and the slow motion replay does no justice to the save, because that one is coming at ter Stegen in an absolute flash. Again, wonderful twists and turns like a cheap garden hose from the Dark Invader. Brilliant, wonderful balance, and then to adjust that balance and then unload like that. Special.
We're already
from
missing
Cristiano.
Neymar, and now Messi on the sideline. Barcelona short-handed, to say the least. He should be able to come back. The video showing that it might not have been as bad as it looks. Bale tries to catch that one on the fly.
Another absolute amazing X-ray vision pass into the danger man, and maybe he needed to get a little bit more of an angle on it, but it's dropping over his shoulder. He does well to even hit it cleanly. Great pass though to set up the Welshman.
This is a Clasico where Real Madrid in the driver's seat. They have the edge. They have a game in hand. But now at the top of the box, Benzema pushing it wide for Bale.
Could have chipped that one. ter Stegen well off his lane.
Riflesing it over
ter
everyone.
Stegen comes off the lane and leaves it open, and that's what Benzema is saying. Give me a shout.
Continuing
Looks like
to bleed.
it's on the outside of his face rather than the teeth putting him on the inside. That might be easier to contain.
Touch back for Messi, who supplies his own triage as well as trying to draw blood against
He
Real.
only needs one arm to keep balance. Messi
Peeling away from Suarez, cutting inside of Messi. Casemiro.
good switch.
Here's Marcelo.
Good first touch.
Against Roberto.
Picking out his target.
Drives
Finds
it.
him. Brilliant.
Ronaldo.
Ah,
And into the stands.
and I'm not so sure that he would have done better to let this one run on to the streaking Welshman who is in behind him, and I think Marcelo is trying to pick out Gareth Bale. Wonderful run. He takes a look and takes 100 freeze frame pictures with that cerebral camera, and right there probably Cristiano recognised it. It ain't going to get through to the Welshman. Here's that brilliant ball from Toni Kroos. Absolute pixel perfect. In fact, pixels are too big to measure that. Look at that. Perfect pass. That's why he didn't need to control it.
Bleeding seems to have stopped. Messi and Iniesta, a two-man game. Busquets surrenders it, but then reclaims it.
24 minutes gone by. Where did it go?
I think we're going to need more oxygen.
The great ball again, man.
Marco Alcácer, but stripped. Good defense from Dani Carvajal. And out to the feet of Zinedine Zidane.
And for all of his attacking prowess, Dani Carvajal, wonderful positioning on the defender, in his defence on Paco. Doesn't dive in, gets his position right, his distance, and then just steps in at the exquisite moment. Good defending again from Real Madrid.
Arguably the best right back on the planet.
Yeah, I've got to be well up there.
Modric. In for Kroos. There's a question whether he would be out there today after his Champions League heroics.
Barcelona done a half-decent, more than a half-decent job in keeping that left side quieter than what we usually see it in, and putting a cork up Marcelo's nose a little bit.
Benzema's pass with the slip brought down by the arm, says the referee. 34-year-old Canary Islander Alejandro Jose Hernandez.
Not much complaints there.
Hernandez has been reffing since the age of 13 in adult leagues. On the top flight since 2012, and now his second season as a FIFA ref.
What a save again. He's been called upon today to make some really cracking saves, Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
This could be dangerous. Bursting up the middle, Ronaldo back to Benzema, stripped by Busquets.
Just a split second too late. Benzema trying to get it back to the Dark Invader, who peeled away beautifully from his defender and just needed that little slip pass. It felt as if he could do the last defender. It's 2 against 2, Phil. It's hard to deny Benzema, but Cristiano had floated away from that space and into beautiful position.
Messi with the bandage hanging from his nose, trying to keep the blood on the inside.
It's in his mouth.
Lays it off again for Busquets. Rakitic gets rid of it quickly as Ramos comes out. The 7th minute, halfway done. Looking for Paco, but not enough. And still scoreless. Not for a lack of trying in the midfield.
Wonderful St. George against the Dragon here. Take a pick. Who's who?
Marcelo denied his run briefly. Modric looks the other way.
With a great pass.
Ronaldo draws Umtiti.
Lovely touch.
Carvajal for Bale.
Great run.
One touch, but there's Piqué to sweep it out.
Choreographed slider from Piqué. Trying to tell them to compose each other and get the insurance around. That's fish-shaking defending by Shakira's old man.
First corner of the match. Almost at the half-hour mark already. Ter Stegen in the center of his 6. Whipped across. Out comes the German. Got a touch. Marcelo back in the middle. Off the post from Ramos and buried by Casemiro. This time he draws blood the old-fashioned way.
Ter Stegen comes and flaps this for me. And that's the genesis. They don't shift at Barcelona and Real Madrid. Compound Messi's misery here. An ugly goal, but it doesn't matter. It could be as ugly as a witch's nose covered in warts. Real Madrid fans don't mind. And that little cherub sees this. Marcelo again, beautiful control, feeds in a beautiful ball over the top. Who's this one to? Cristiano. It's hit by Sergio Ramos. It kisses the upright, and it's millimeters away from finding the target. And Casemiro says, "I got your back," and does the mop-up work. Nobody covering the runner at that back post. They go to sleep. They forget about what if, and he is as free as a bird in the park. But again, credit this danger ball from who else? Marcelo. Defining pass of this 28-minute game, and that's easy peasy Japanese for the Brazilian.
44 straight league games with a goal for Real Madrid, trailing only Barcelona from a few seasons ago. Now they lead Barcelona. First match between these two ended in a 1-0 draw at the Camp Nou, thanks to Ramos's late heroics. This time a bit earlier, as his shot off the post sets up Casemiro. First opening goal for Real Madrid in a Clasico after 6.
Really sense that Barcelona, and this is stating the absolute obvious, but missing that dynamic of Neymar is a big miss, because Barcelona maybe have been a little outplayed in this opening minute. This home field advantage certainly telling for Real Madrid, but Barca have been hanging in. But have they really tested Navas? This left side in particular, Paco Alcácer, being rather in the margins of the match.
And the way that live standings, Real Madrid still with a game in hand, and that would practically lock up La Liga. And maybe Atletico with an opening to sneak into the 2 spot.
It's a good play by Piqué.
Finds Rakitic. Messi tried to thread it through. Too many defenders in the way. A quarter hour left in the opening half. Busquets intercepts.
Giving Marcelo that much room in a game like this is like giving Dracula a blood transfusion, Phil. The way he picked out Sergio Ramos with that pass, with that much time and space, Marcelo will thread the needle every time.
Chance now for Alba in the center. Real catching their breath with the goal in their pocket. Messi harassed again. Knocked down by Casemiro again. And the referee calls a foul again.
All the sparkling footballers on display here, some of the best attacking players on planet Earth, and yet it's Casemiro, of all people, who comes in and separates these two teams so far.
Here's Iniesta. As you can see, Barcelona yet to commit a foul. Maybe they need to get a little nastier. Our side, Roberto. As he retreats, let's go back to the sidelines. Jamie Easton, what do you got? Get to Jamie in a moment. In for Messi.
The touch.
Busquets.
And again.
Rakitic, one touch. Messi strides.
Brilliant.
Strikes. Scores! We're tied at 1. Magic from Messi.
Astonishing again. Messi proves that in the footballing labyrinth world that he is the Minotaur. As cool as a bomb disposal expert on the run. This is wonderful set-up play, but how Messi slaloms through the defenses again. Ultra special. So many decisions to make for Lionel, but he's like a silicon chip with legs and covered with eyes. Look at this. Absolutely astonishing from the man from Argentina, who is cleaner than Neutrogena with his finish. Wonderful control. He tattoos the ball to his feet. And again, he defies the laws of physics. He knows the laws of physics. They don't know him. Again, bringing this game level, and perhaps a little bit against the run of play, it must be said. But when they need the inspiration, it's the medicine man who comes out. Messi, just a beautiful goal. Was as much of his control, Phil, on the run as admirable as the finish. Taking that at absolute warp speed, and then 2 beautiful touches to kiss it past his defenders. Bad giveaway.
Chance now for Paco, back for Iniesta, and it got away from him. By my count, nearly 475 scoreless minutes for Messi, and
take a look at this again. When this ball's pulled back to him, 1, 2, he's through. Amazing. Again, the artful dodger pickpockets the defense and asks for more.
Could argue Real Madrid left themselves a little open to that. Messi has to burst through. And now tied at 1.
There's maybe 2 players in the world, maybe 3 or 4 at tops, that can take a ball like that on the run and whisper it past the defenders.
Looking for another. Suarez. Up steps Ramos. 34th Clasico for the Real Madrid captain. And as you saw, Messi stretches his lead as the all-time Clasico goal scorer. Marcelo. Benzema on his inside. Ross switches.
Marcelo pushing into that left winger position at will here.
Modric! And what a stop by Ter Stegen. Back into the middle by Ronaldo, but it curls across.
Well, either way, Modric, this is a cross between a sledgehammer and a rapier. Again, the distance means nothing to him, and power without placement and accuracy is nothing. But he gets everything right, and he catapults this one. And Ter Stegen again, like a parrot, in full flight.
Let's go back to the sidelines as Gareth Bale is down. Jamie Easton, what does it look like?
Well, this looks at risk. this was a risk right from the kickoff, and Zidane said we're willing to take it, and he may rue that decision. He knew going in he wasn't 100% right. Here's another look at the goal again. Dracula gets the ball, he feeds it in. Lovely strike from Sergio Ramos. Tries to caress that one on the inside, and Casemiro pushes it home. Again, look at that. Nobody out to him. He's got a wonderful target to hit on that back post, and they flood in like a flock of seagulls.
And as you see, the players that were offside, but Ramos was not one of them.
Look at this, left, right. Look at the caresses, the wonderful touch. For the first time, thank you for showing us that in slow motion, because that is not just prismatic vision by Messi, where he sees through two players and the goalkeeper. That is astonishing, and he executes not just with prejudice, but extreme prettiness. 1-1.
As we said, that is arguably the best right back in the world, and he left him flailing. Jamie Easton, well, we talked about the fact that Gareth Bale starting injured, and it looks like they're going to have to make a switch, Jamie. The score line. Gareth Bale, by the way, just one goal now in 7 Clásicos, but that one did win the cup. He'll have to be a spectator for the rest of this one. Benzema sneaks it through nicely. Ronaldo, up steps Umtiti, down goes Ronaldo, and he got the ball, or did he? And it looks like the referee saying his assistant on the far side correcting his vision.
Doesn't matter if he gets the ball, if he gets the player first. And the reach in seemingly is across the player right here. It's not even a challenge near the ball by Samuel Umtiti, just taking the running legs from Cristiano. Brilliant skill. He's been sharp as a porcupine's backside tonight, Cristiano, in his decision makings, in his beautiful floating away and integrating in between Benzema and all of the space around him.
By the way, that call from a substitute assistant. Jose Enrique Naranjo was supposed to be out there today with Alejandro Hernandez, but injured during the week. Miguel Martinez stepping in on the far side. And as you can see, the referee giving him the thumbs up for spotting the foul. Marco Asensio stepping in. Ray, I know you said no tennis players, but it was Rafa Nadal who celebrates another trophy earlier today. Longtime Madrid fan from Mallorca, arguably the greatest athlete that the island has ever produced, saying you might want to take a look at this Asensio kid. And Florentino Perez opens up the checkbook, less than $5 million, and right now he looks to be maybe one of the buys of the century.
Certainly one of the Spanish players that's going to be decorating all of world football. Asensio, Real Madrid's property now, and they've got an absolute Koh-i-Noor diamond in the shape of Asensio.
Vicente Del Bosque said he is the biggest Spanish talent out there right now.
What a compliment that is. Play on.
Chance now for Suarez, in for Messi, back for the Uruguayan. Touched aside by Nacho, but only as far as Messi. Oh, and it's just wide.
Again, wants the corner kick. Can't get his words out to the referee, of course. But beautiful play. Messi starts it with this beautiful invite into Suarez. Again, it looks as if it takes a touch past Carvajal right here, and it does.
Don't doubt Messi. He has an interesting relationship with that ball. Back now for Navas under pressure. 1-1. It doesn't look like it's going to end that way. Casemiro in the 28th. 5 minutes later, it was Messi to equalize. Ending his 6-match drought. Ter Stegen.
Wonderful game. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen really has come up with some wonderful saves to keep his team in this game and allow Messi to produce his magic for the equaliser, but ter Stegen has been, well, probably having his best game in between the sticks for Barca.
Volkswagen halftime show coming up with all of the highlights. Busquets in the center. Messi has claimed a scalp. Can Ronaldo follow suit?
Well, he's certainly been hammering away at the door, hasn't he? Cristiano having an absolutely inspirational game. Super danger man. And he has been leading the lane as much as Benzema. Lovely combination between the two. Very difficult to contain, but Gerard Piqué and Umtiti just doing enough with the help of ter Stegen, and they've needed it.
Stegen again. Ronaldo challenges this one. A more standard clearance upfield. Reclaimed by Kroos. Frees Marcelo. Umtiti in good position.
Oh, what a ball.
Scoops it over for Iniesta. Draws Casemiro. And then finds the open Messi, who has shed his makeshift bandage. In for Suarez. Lifts it for Alba. Oh. The drop to Paco might have been there.
Asensio does a great job covering him up. Beautiful ball as an invade. It's gilt-edged for the finish, but Asensio tracking back and typifying Real Madrid's transition. Wonderful covering up from Asensio, doing his donkey work and covering up and saving what would have been a certain go-ahead goal. Sharp the day, Ronaldo.
Whistle from Hernandez. Free kick in the center circle.
And he's looking for the, he has that wonderful ball from Messi. Plays Suarez in, and then the ball over the top. Look at this. A wonderful cutaway from Suarez, and Asensio just doing enough to put his man off of his strike. Jordi Alba very close to rattling it home.
23-6-2. Only Sevilla and Valencia have been able to claim 3 points against Real Madrid, who are the only team in La Liga still unbeaten at home. Ray, looking to make a little history. You talked about the fact they haven't won a league crown since 2012, and that the only one since 2008. But if they stay in front to the finish line here and win the Champions League, it would be their first European double in 59 years. So something historic on the line for this historic team.
A historic player producing historic management skills. Love the way Zidane's quietened up his many critics with their long knives. His team's playing absolutely wonderful, and here this game is poised so precariously on a very thin ledge, and it's high up. Look out!
Chance to the inside for Asensio, but he forgot something.
Paco, good intervention.
2 minutes added to this one. Modric almost tackled by Alba.
And he needed to get there. What a pass
from Suarez. It's Messi, and he's got an angle.
Once he's earned to take off.
Real scrambling back. Fights through Casemiro's challenge. And another free kick. Casemiro has to be careful. He's carrying a caution.
Well, this is a wonderful attack again, and there's opportunities right and left, and before Messi can pick out his pass, his legs are taken away. Casemiro steps in accidentally on purpose and stops him right here. That's an intentional stamp, it seems, but referee doesn't see it that way, sees that he was challenging for the ball.
Well, could have been another yellow, and boy, would that have shaken things up. Free kick, maybe the last chance before this half comes to a close.
Certainly think either way it was a gamble by Casemiro, but he won.
Messi leaves it to Rakitic, in for Umtiti. Top of the box, Asensio, back in from Roberto. And out to the midfield for Alba. Zidane at the edge of the area, looking on. Nice from Iniesta. Spots the run of Alba, threads it through the needle, into the middle. And this could be a problem. It looks like Nacho, as he parried the ball out for a corner, is hurt. And they don't have another center back out there. His knee seems to buckle as he lands.
Well, it's not, I think, as he lands, but as the leg comes in and tries to balance himself. It may have been a hyperextension, but he's bounced up. Brave as a matador.
Talked about Real Madrid being the best team when it comes to set play goals. Barcelona not that far behind him with 20. Rakitic, almost. Navas. Messi at the back post, couldn't guide it in.
Well, Messi, like a ghost in a thick Scottish fog, appears out of nowhere. He peels away from Marcelo like skin on a tangerine, and he kind of put this one into the open, empty net.
1-1 at the half.
fuerte y de todo, Pablo, ¿eh?
Sí, la verdad que hemos tenido absolutamente de todo. Menos una tarjeta roja, llegaron los goles, hubo lesiones, hubo polémica, hubo cambio. Bien, en fin, cuando mejor jugaba el Barça, se equivoca groseramente en el fondo y aparece una avivada de Sergio Ramos, un jugador que está pasando por un gran momento. Y el gol de Casemiro al minuto 28, su tercer gol de la temporada. Grosero error primero porque Ter Stegen choca con Piqué. Y segundo, porque después no lo marca nadie a Cristiano Ronaldo, que en realidad es el destinatario de la pelota. El tema es que aparece Sergio Ramos en el medio. Después nadie va a buscar el rebote y era el 1-0. 32 minutos, ya estaba golpeado la pulga Messi y el jugadón del argentino que se anticipa primero a Luka Modric, después el regate para sacarse de encima a Carvajal y la definición ante la salida desesperada de Keylor Navas. Esta es la jugada y es el 1-1. Volvemos contigo,
sí,
Anita.
Regresamos con Anita.
Se rompe la sequía de Leo Messi en los clásicos. Marcó la pulga. Por cierto, enseguida les cuento cómo ganar 2 entradas gratis para el clásico en Miami. Nosotros volvemos enseguida. Regresamos con más del Express Halftime Show presentado por Volkswagen. Volvemos enseguida.
Cámbiate al equipo ganador de Cricket Wireless. Tenemos más cobertura 4G LTE que T-Mobile o Sprint. Y si haces el cambio ahora, obtienes un nuevo smartphone gratis. Con planes desde $30 al mes. Cricket Wireless, un motivo para sonreír.
Burger King tiene 3 pancakes grandes.
La primera, y atención, esta es la segunda palabra clave. Clásico. Ya saben que tienen que juntar las 3 palabras, todavía nos queda una, que la vamos a mencionar al final de la cobertura, y las envían con ese hashtag en Twitter. Los ganadores esta noche en el club. Hacemos una pausa y volvemos enseguida con más del Clásico. Queda toda la segunda parte.
Bir çeviride bahis.
Busquets, dobre ideme.
Get to Jamie in a moment.
Busquets.
Absolutamente de todo y que de momento nos deja empate en el marcador. Se adelantó el Real Madrid con un gol de Casemiro que podría haber sido expulsado en esta primera parte, y después llegaba el gol, el empate de Leo Messi. Volvemos enseguida con el partido. El Express Halftime Show fue presentado por Volkswagen.
El Clásico edition of the Halftime Show fue presentado por Volkswagen.
Siendo un carro nuevo.
La marca segundo ha terminado Valentino Rossi, que ha superado a Pedrosa y a Massa, le ha ganado por más de 0-3.
Banda Carvajal, sí.
Salta en el Madrid sin cambio, Miguelito.
233rd official Clasico. Real Madrid and Barcelona tied at 1, and this match brought to you by Volkswagen. Real Madrid 23-6-2 with 75 points. Barcelona 22-6-4 with 72. They would draw level even with Real Madrid's game in hand, but should Real Madrid win, in many ways the title slips away. Bale's injury, one of the stories. Marco Asensio, the 21-year-old phenom, has stepped in to replace him. Lionel Messi, even though blood was pouring from his mouth, refused to stay out, and shortly thereafter scored the equalizing goal, his 30th of the season. Just moments away from the start of the second half. Second half underway. Real Madrid, the goal just prior to the half hour. Lionel Messi would equalize just after. Another 45 minutes to go. Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you. Jose Hernandez, Pablo Marinho on our Spanish language side. And again, Ray, whether you're at one of the Peña celebrations in the skyscrapers of Los Angeles, whether you're at our watch party in New York City with your favorite beverage in hand, or on the couch in your very own living room, welcome aboard. And boy, has this lived up to billing.
It's been an absolutely brilliant Clasico, living up to its full name. And as we saw those beautiful pictures from Thessalonica in France, in Greece, excuse me, those wonderful refugees enjoying the moment. And as you say, Phil, all the Peñas across our great land, from California to Florida to New York and everywhere else in between, welcome aboard.
Well, here's Rakitic, beaten to the ball by Toni Kroos. Lungs of iron for the German midfielder, although Sergio Roberto showing some steel.
It's a great ball from Piqué, asking Messi a serious question, and Messi answers it in a way only he can. Asensio.
Burst of speed for the 21-year-old attacker.
He's got options in the back.
Sends it wide for Carvajal. Oh! And a two-hit off of Piqué that somehow goes wide.
Wonderful decision by Asensio. He's got the dark invader and Benzema begging for the ball on the inside of him. He says, I see you lads, I don't need you right now, but get ready for this ball. Delivered almost impeccably by Carvajal, but again, brilliant intervention by Gerard Piqué. He's done that a number of times in the game, having a storm at the number 3.
Ripped inside, cleared away. Messi inside the box, headed in the wrong direction. And in fact, it's stolen away by Rakitic. Modric wants it, but he goes center for Casemiro. Real Madrid in front, but history, if it's to be a guide, says this is maybe not must win, but must not lose. Only 4 times in the history of the game has a team lost a Clasico home leg and gone on to win the league crown. Barcelona did it twice.
Oh, he's got space behind him.
Marcelo in, cross, and the right hand of Ter Stegen pushes it wide.
Again, Marcelo waits for the exquisite moment. He holds, he hesitates until the arrival of Toni comes, but Ter Stegen again stretches his fingernails to deny.
The sprockets lined up on that one as German
so clever
denies
again,
German.
Marcelo with his decision making, discounted if you like, is nothing. But I'm telling you, you see so many players just boot it into the danger area and live in hope, but not Marcelo. He waits for a better combination, a better option, and it arrives here.
What a stop.
Truly soft as a mother's kiss, the hit from Toni Kroos. A good ball.
Back across the middle, but just too high for Ronaldo.
Marcelo again, the prime architect, man. The puppeteer of this Real Madrid side. freeze frames everything in front of him. Waits in one blink of his beautiful Brazilian eyes, finds that the options are covered on the inside, and that Tony's got a better angle to deliver a killer ball. The darkened area rises like a salmon out of a beautiful fresh summer stream. It just misses the target.
Down goes Piqué. Got hooked and he's hurt. Actually, Busquets it was. As he tried to peel away, he might have pulled a groin muscle.
He's fine. I don't think it's his groin there. It's a good whack through the standing leg, and that should have been called as a yellow card.
Just a foul, says Hernandez. He was also in charge of the Cruyff Clasico last year. Real went to the Camp Nou and walked away with a 2-1 win. Alba wants it back. Iniesta finds the creative way, but offside the call.
Oh, he's got to take off like a bottle rocket here, and Iniesta just cannot deliver the pass quickly enough. He's already off to the races. Whoa, he's onside.
Marcelo keeping him on.
Certainly was.
Although a moot point perhaps is unable to swing that cross in.
It's not true, Phil. You never know. Even in an atmosphere like this, the raising of that flag from world-class players can be a distraction, but I think you're probably right there, especially in this atmosphere. Would deafen a bat.
It's the reigning league champion, the reigning cup champion, who are in the final again against Alaves, against the reigning European champion and the reigning world champion. In fact, you could say two, as Barcelona's world crown just usurped by Real Madrid a few months ago.
Clever, unlucky.
Asensio.
A good tackle by Luis Suarez.
Okay, back to Ter Stegen, pressured. And he gives it away. Still 1-1, 6 minutes into the second half. Hall with the afterburners. One back. Real Madrid just a step quicker. Benzema, 3 defenders to beat, top of the box. Sergio Roberto. Busquets with the quick feet. And a foul. Ramos not happy with the late call. And Hernandez not happy with Ramos.
Busquets will always attract the challenge like this. So capable of getting it off of his feet. There's nothing there. Sergio Ramos is 100% right. He pulls out, if anything, of the tackle. Well, the ball's off of his foot. So little contact in. The slow motion replay shows it was wrong. Just step in, but there seemed to be any contact on Sergi there.
Last year's Clasico quickening the exit for Rafa Benitez with a 4-0 thrashing at the Santiago Bernabeu. Which means Luis Enrique with a chance to do something only one other manager has ever done, winning back-to-back Clásicos at the Bernabeu. Pep did it in 09 and 10. Nice from Marcelo! A kick save from Ter Stegen to deny Benzema.
Again, Marcelo should be playing with a biohazard on his shirt. He creates danger every time he gets the ball. Barcelona's got to do a much better job letting the Brazilian off his hook like this. A brilliant ball played in again. It's pixel perfect. What a save by Ter Stegen to deny the Frenchman.
So Neuer do something similar midweek inside, and Suarez will clear. Rifled towards the corner, and Ter Stegen sweeps over, but Carvajal's shot screws wide.
Continual threat of a man I called the best player in world football right now. In many ways, Marcelo. Astonishing how much danger arrives continually. Barcelona's got to do a better job on locking down on this left side.
Look at that. Shots on goal. That was the problem for Barcelona against Juventus. And it continues to be a problem here today.
Unlucky.
Off the heels of Benzema. Okay. Busquets. Messi. Haven't seen much from Paco Alcácer as Alba.
You're right, Phil. Very much in the margins of this game. And it's not as if he's waiting in the long grass. He's not looking to hunt and hit Real Madrid's back line behind him. There's very little invitational runs from Paco, and there's not a whole hell of a lot of options on the bench for Lucho Enrique.
Haven't seen much of Luis Suarez either. And you talk about the bench. Arda Turan returns from injury. They do have Denis Suarez, Digne, Gomes, Mascherano, and Alenya.
What a save. Marcelo does everything right. The Frenchman, Big Benz, does brilliantly well. But then Ter Stegen comes out with a full house. Great ball.
It's from Rakitic, gets it back in for Paco. Tries to wrong foot Kaler, who clears it away.
Astonishing from Jordi Alba and Rakitic, especially a diamond of a pass to set up Paco, who's very slack with his finish. A great save in the end by Keylor Navas. But that's got to be looked at as a terrible miss by Paco Alcácer.
Casemiro already with a yellow, got the ball from that angle.
Yeah, take a look at this brilliant touch from Rakitic. He settles it, he's got time and space. He stabs it up with his right foot. Maybe should have came in with the left, but he goes with a toe poke, and it's never going to beat Keylor. And that's a miss that would make Barcelona's fans cry and make an onion cry. Great save again from Keylor. Needed a big game from him, keeping his team in this match, just as Marc-Andre is at the other end.
7 saves for Ter Stegen. Navas coming up big here. Messi from about 30 yards on an angle. And the free kick fails him. Talked about the bench for Barcelona. Look at what Zinedine Zidane has for Luis Enrique in store. James Rodriguez, Mateo Kovacic, Alvaro Morata, Danilo, and Isco. In fact, a bench so deep, Lucas Vazquez doesn't even dress today.
That is certainly going to have an impact in the way this game is going to be closed down, you would think. Both teams putting in so much energy, but look out!
Rakitic wins the ball back. Messi for Suarez, but his stride guides it to Navas.
Again, a brilliant ball from Messi, who smuggles this ball through a tiny window of opportunity. It's again measured down to a micron for Suarez, whose touch is as heavy as an anvil. And the chance goes a-begging again for Barcelona, who are filling their pants, missing chances galore.
Nacho over. Paco harassing. One back. Now Suarez.
But nothing inside.
0 in the box. But they'll get a corner out of it.
Again, Paco Alcácer, very static, not making any movement for Suarez once he gets it. Messi again. Red carpet pass. Creates passing lanes. He doesn't look for them. And Suarez, again, just a poor touch.
59th minute. Barcelona heading to the corner, only the second time. Guided and then denied. Piqué stopped by Navas.
Well, this is nothing less than a big bucket full of knuckles header from Piqué, who's absolutely dynamite with it. Rises brilliantly, punches it, and there, this green octopus called Keylor Navas reaches in and saves Real Madrid's bacon yet again. Wonderful feline-like reflexes to punch it away.
Taking a look at what remains in the regular season. the next 5 matches. Of course, that Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. They do have the Celta Vigo makeup game as well in La Liga, which gives them a little breathing room. In some ways, knocked out of the Champions League gives Barcelona the ability to focus on the league title.
Ball by Toni Kroos.
Good ball in, but Ronaldo couldn't get there.
And Carvajal just not able to wrap his right foot around this to pull it back just a couple of degrees. Again, Piqué rises magnificently under pressure. Great direction to his header. Fizzes it at the goalkeeper. A great header, denied by a tremendous save.
Real Madrid fans not too happy. They don't want Barcelona to lay back. Here's what Barcelona faces in their next 5. The only other non-league match, the league or the cup final against Alaves.
I'm of the opinion that despite what happens in this game, I still think there's 1 or 2 big obstacles for Real Madrid to get around if they do take the full points here today. There's some big games left for both of these teams, not just Real Madrid. That's well played, Samuel.
Nice by Umtiti. Dummied by Suarez, either that or he took his eye off the ball. We have the remaining 6 matches in league play. Only 1 for Real Madrid is against a top 9 team, and only 1 is against a team that's in the relegation race. Everyone else seems to be comfortably mid-table.
Yeah, means they've got nothing to lose and will come with the torpedoes.
Chance now for Rakitic. Lays it off for Iniesta.
These 3 points on offer today are unquestionably going to be a big shift of whatever pressures are ahead for these 2 coaches and all of the decisions that they'll have to undertake. Real Madrid get the 3 out of this, Phil. They're going to be able to take and rotate their players a lot better than what they want if they don't get the win.
2 Madrid bodies down. Carvajal not happy at Suarez's attempt. And Hernandez refuses to be drawn into the fray.
Well, there you go with the referees, the players speaking to him, of course, but the referee, I'm telling you, is an ex-player. The referee's speaking like he's Charlie Brown's school teacher. They don't hear him.
They're just going, you're not going to pull a card? Okay, I'll remember that. Good run. Asensio astride too early. Different look for Real Madrid when Asensio's out there compared to Bale.
And they've got to shuffle it, haven't they? That gives them a wonderful different dynamic. It's not exactly the threat that Gareth brings. That's a beautiful first touch by Danny.
Carvajal with some real estate in front of him. Iniesta trying to cover.
Good ball.
Overlap is on. Modric in the box. Back for Carvajal. Cuts to his right. And he who hesitates.
Again, running at full pelt into the box just shows you how difficult it is to control the ball into the run. He's in.
Just touched away from Ronaldo.
Again, the prime architect, the antagonist that is Marcelo. Tis vámonos, muchachos, to this crowd. He freezes Ivan Rakitic and it whips a beautiful ball. Again, it's Marcelo every time that sets the tempo of this Real Madrid side like a Jamaican kettle drum band.
Cross in for Suarez. That last replay showed Asensio might have been a little closer than it first appeared.
Great rhythm from Real Madrid when this man's on the ball.
Marcelo, rhythm in his bones. Drawing Busquets away. And then a lucky bounce.
Now, when you're on, you make your own look. Maybe apologizing. Luka.
Modric.
Good ball.
But it skips to the waiting arms of Ter Stegen. Undefeated in their last 21 at home.
Wonderful intention to find Cristiano, who ghosts in beautifully, as is his want now. Leaving that wide position and just wonderful penalty box predator anticipation. It's a good ball.
Suarez chugging to get there and playing it safely into the stands.
There's nothing on the outlet pass. Didn't want to take the risk of playing it down to a player in the white shirt with pressure on him, so he uses his option of going all the way back to the keeper.
Not sure if it's Barcelona not looking or Real Madrid trying to mummify Messi, but we haven't seen much of the Argentine lately. Cleared by Ramos. Now to Messi. Roberto Rakitic. Messi poked away. Every time he touches, Casemiro ready to pounce. Ray, looking at our keys to the game, talking about how important Casemiro and Busquets are to the rhythm of their team. Which one has laid the better drum line?
Well, it's a debate, isn't it? Because both teams have been very dangerous in their own way. It's Real Madrid that have been on the front foot for most of this game, but certainly Busquets and Barcelona producing real threats on their counter. They're not really striking at their usual tumble-dryer possession way, but both the pivotal players playing in the pivot position have been doing remarkably well. Again, Marcelo magic.
For Toni Kroos.
Switches on.
And he goes long.
Great delivery from the German World Cup winner.
Asensio drives to his left, scoops it across. Overhead try for Ronaldo wide.
Not many other options that he's got to go for the impossible. It's fading away from his head, so that option's gone. It's a little behind him, but he's still got to try. A magisterial switch of play here, and Asensio sees the dark invaders check run right here. Beautiful rainbow pass. It's behind him, it's away from him, it's an impossible height. But for Ronaldo, sometimes impossible's nothing. Good pass.
Slicing it wide. Alba couldn't get it past the first man. It was Nacho sliding over. Starting to get to the exhaustion standpoint.
Good hold up play from
Asensio slices through, has Ronaldo across, and Ronaldo reaches back and touches it high.
Magnificent from Benzema. Absolutely astonishing decision from Asensio. And then Cristiano, sloppy as a soup sandwich with his finish. He's well in. He's ahead of the play. The ball's played in. Very close, but the referee's decision comes up.
Messi spinning away from Casemiro, who got a yellow in the 12th minute.
Amazing lightning strike from the Royal Whites.
Iniesta outside of the boot. Suarez!
Again!
On the laces, but Navas to the rescue.
Navas again! Makes the 6-yard books. His octopus is gone. Astonishing from Kayla. Wonderful lead-up play from the illusionista. Astonishing ball with the outside of his foot. It's absolutely triggered home at full power from Suarez. That is a world-class save from the Tico man.
Driven from the corner, loose in the 18, pops up on Messi, and Casemiro. Marcelo is there to clear.